Yo legends! Welcome to Fanfiction Legend. Grab your headphones, because today's story is about to hit different. Disclaimer. I do not claim ownership of this story. All rights belong to the original creators. Dragon Ball, I can't hide anymore, I'm an angel. Chapter 81. Is it related to Luo Tian? Chapter 81. Is it related to Luo Tian? This kid is from Earth. How could he appear on Namek? Vegeta was stunned, but Luo Tian can appear here, and it is normal for him to appear then. Vegeta was beaming with joy. I go, my luck is too good. I'm trying to find a way to find the last 2 Dragon Balls. I didn't expect this little guy to come to my door. Wow, kakaka, what an eye-opener. My wish is about to come true. Call out, without the slightest hesitation. Vegeta immediately rose into the air and quickly chased in the direction of Krillin. Haha, I can collect 7 Dragon Balls in no time. Not far away, Sabo is also looking for Vegeta everywhere. Damn it. I can't find him. It would be much more convenient if there is a detector. Sabo turned around anxiously. If this continues, Lord Frieza will kill me. Just thinking like this, Sabo turned his head and suddenly found Kellen flying fast with the Dragon Ball. I remember him, he is the guy who saved the Namekians. He still holds the Dragon Ball in his hand. Sabo pondered. Sabo took a closer look. I go, isn't that guy Vegeta? Finally found you. Call out. Sabo soared into the sky and quickly chased in the direction of Vegeta. The mantis catches the cicada, and the oriole is behind. Klin was so overwhelmed that he forgot to sense his breath. Kellen had no idea that there were 2 terrifying guys following behind him. The faces of the 3 of them all showed joy. One is happier than the other. Kellen was happy that he was so lucky to find the second dragon ball. Moreover, my strength has also been greatly improved. My luck is really good. Vegeta is happy that I finally found the last Dragon Ball. My wish is about to come true of this little bald head. I can easily kill him. My luck is really good. Sabo is happy. Vegeta, you bastard. Finally let me find you. I end this way. I can complete the mission assigned to me by Lord Frieza. I'll beat you half to death first, and then I'll take you to see Lord Frieza. How good you are hiding. Don't run out to die. Luck is really good. The 3 of them streaked across the air with 3 golden flames. Huh? Vegeta was taken aback for a moment, then turned to look behind him. There is a powerful fighting force following me. Seems like I was spotted by this guy Sabo. This annoying guy. Well, take this opportunity. Let me clean him up first. If he knew how powerful my combat power is, he would definitely be scared to pee, and now my combat power has reached a height of 8. Of course, this is just my estimate, and I can't say without a detector, but I'm sure it's not lower than 8. Far away Bulma is reading a book outside. Because of his overexcitement, Kellen had no idea that there were 2 hungry wolves following him. Snapped, Kellen's body floated into the sky above and fell from the sky. Bulma was reading a book and was startled. It's me, Bulma. Kellen said quickly. It's Kellen. You suddenly appeared, and you startled me. Bulma breathed a sigh of relief. Bulma, why are you outside? You will be discovered if you are so leisurely. Kellen said, hey? Are you holding a Dragon Ball? Bulma asked in surprise. Yes. Clint nodded. The Dragon Ball of Namek is so big. Bulma exclaimed, by the way, where is Gohan? Didn't he come back with you? You want to ask Luo Tian, right? I'll come back and hide the Dragon Ball first, and I'll bring Luo Tian back later. Kellen laughed. Don't worry, Luo Tian is fine, he's safe with the Great Elder. The Great Elder is also reasonable, and he gave us the Dragon Ball without hesitation. What? Wait a minute. Let me stroke. Bulma was stunned. What elder? Didn't you go to find the Dragon Ball with Gohan? What does it have to do with Luo Tian? So, Gohan hasn't come back yet. Krillin wiped his sweat. I've come back from so far away. Why hasn't Gohan come back yet? You made it clear to me. Bulma shouted. To put it simply, Gohan and I successfully found the Dragon Ball in the village that Vegeta attacked, and then I went to find Luo Tian and the others, that is, the Great Elder, and got this Dragon Ball from the Great Elder. Krillin explained. In other words, now we have 2 Dragon Balls in our hands, and our luck is a bit better. Really? That's great. So Luo Tian is safe with the Great Elder? Bulma asked. Yes, there is no danger for the time being. After Klin finished speaking, he subconsciously let go of the sensor. However, under this induction, Kellen's face changed color. No, someone is coming this way. Kellen exclaimed. Is it Gohan? That location is not far away, he should be back? Bulma guessed. No. It's not Gohan. Kellen's face was extremely ugly, snapped as Vegeta fell from the sky and landed beside Krillin and Bulma. Kellen's face was full of despair. Ruined. I was only concerned about being happy just now, and didn't feel his breath. The worst happened, Earthlings. It's really a surprise that we can meet here. Vegeta smiled. It's really amazing to be able to reach this planet with your technology. Clint shuddered. Bulma's face turned pale with fright. The most terrible thing happened. Seeing how you were holding the Dragon Ball carefully, I know that you are also searching for the Dragon Ball for the same purpose as me. Vegeta snorted, with endless confidence emerging from his expression. Where is Luo Tian? Isn't he here? He's not here. Kellen replied tremblingly. Really? Vegeta asked with a smile. Really, he has something to leave first. Kellen replied. That's such a pity. I'm just about to have a good chat with him. Vegeta chuckled. Since he's not here, don't worry, we will meet sooner or later. Hey, Luo Tian didn't do anything to you. Why did you look for Luo Tian? Bulma gritted his teeth and summoned up his courage to ask, is it because he is more handsome than you, Vegeta silently looked at Bulma. Bulma's face was as white as a sheet of paper. Am I stupid? I don't speak and no one thinks I'm dumb. At first glance, you are that kind of Zyagiobiyu type of woman. We Saiyans like women with hot tempers, and you are not our type at all. Vegeta snorted. The author says the minimum limit for this month is 4 chapters per day, 8,000 words. Rules for adding updates. The number of reminders before 8 p.m. is 2,000, plus 1 chapter, 3,000, plus 2 chapters, 4,000, plus 3 chapters. Well, let's try it first. The reminder is that yellow round button. In the last chapter, Chapter 82, Luo Tian said that Vegeta will become a good person. Chapter 82, Luo Tian said that Vegeta will become a good person. Bulma was a little confused. What do you mean, you Saiyans? Do you think this makes sense? Luo Tian is not a Saiyan. Why am I so hot-tempered? Krillin, is Bulma also called Zyagiobiyu? She is the eldest lady of a rich family. Okay, that's called everyone's ladylike. Also, you actually said that her temper is not hot enough. You really don't know the true face of Mount Lu. Krillin wiped his sweat. Why should I make up my mind about these boring things? The most important thing I should think about now is, how can I escape? Is it really impossible to give the Dragon Ball to that guy Vegeta? Isn't there a Dragon Ball in Gohan's place? Bulma fell silent. Just now Bulma just said such a sentence in a brainstorm. When Bulma realized that her life might be in danger, Bulma would not talk too much. Listen, before I get this Dragon Ball, I still have one very important thing to do. Vegeta squinted at the back. But you don't want to run away with the Dragon Ball, otherwise, I will kill you and that woman without hesitation. Kling and Bulma trembled with fear. He's here. Vegeta smiled. Snapped. Just when Vegeta's voice just fell, Sabo was seen falling from the sky and landed behind Vegeta. Seeing another scary guy appearing, Kellen and Bulma's expressions changed again and again. Who is he? Looking at his face, he looks like a righteous friend. Bulma trembled. No, he should be worse than Vegeta. Kellen said in a deep voice. What? No way? Bulma was about to cry. Luo Tian said that Vegeta might become a good person one day. Kellen froze for a moment, then glanced back at Bulma. What do you mean? I have been defeated by your brain circuit. Vegeta, you plague me hard. Sabo looked at Vegeta with a dark face. Because of you, Lord Frieza no longer trusts me. Vegeta smiled lightly. The bald man holding the Dragon Ball looks familiar. Sabo glanced at Krillin. What? Vegeta, are you guys united? Oh, maybe it is. Vegeta didn't bother to explain. I'm too lazy to care about your affairs. Sabo snorted. Tell me, where did you hide the Dragon Ball? If you don't tell me, I'll have to beat you half to death. Dodoria has already been killed by me, and it will be your turn next. Vegeta snorted. Sabo, why don't you stay by Frieza's side? You have to run over to die. Dodoria was indeed killed by you. Sabo suddenly realized, so, he desperately injured you? This makes sense. But I don't know when that guy Dodoria became so brave. TCH, he seriously injured me? Don't be kidding. Vegeta sneered. I wiped out Dodoria easily. I don't believe it. Sabo snorted coldly. You can tell by comparing with me. Vegeta smiled. Vegeta, let me ask you, why did you betray Lord Frieza? Sabo asked with a cold face. It's very simple. I hated Frieza very much from the very beginning. Vegeta replied lightly. Saiyans, a proud fighting nation, hate being ordered. In the past, I was forced by your strength, so I could only follow orders. I didn't expect that I would know the way to obtain eternal life by chance, which is the Dragon Ball you mentioned. Humph, now the Dragon Balls are all mine. As long as I get eternal life, I can definitely defeat Frieza. It's really stupid. Can you defeat Lord Frieza with only eternal life? Sabo smiled contemptuously. Humph, it's a pity that you didn't bring the detector here, otherwise you should know how terrible my combat power is. Vegeta smiled. Idiot, you are the one who doesn't understand, you never know how powerful Lord Frieza is. Sabo chuckled. I'm too lazy to talk nonsense with you. Dodoria told me everything. He said that Frieza was afraid of Saiyans. Vegeta snorted. Your Excellency, Frieza, is afraid of the United Saiyans. You are a naked prince, what is there to be afraid of, Frieza? Sabo sneered. Oh? Is that really the case? Vegeta's mouth curled into a smile. Not far away, Klin, let's run while they are fighting, Bulma suggested. Yes, I think so too. Kellen nodded. From their conversation, it can be seen that the two have a lot of grudges. Bulma nodded. Shoo. Vegeta appeared directly opposite Sabo in a flash. Sabo reacted extremely quickly and punched Vegeta with a fierce punch. Snapped. Vegeta stretched out his hand and easily blocked Sabo's attack. Immediately afterwards, Vegeta grabbed Sabo's arm and threw it into the air. Suddenly, Sabo was thrown into the sky. Sabo rolled hundreds of somersaults in the air before finally stopping. Sabo's body was suspended in the air, feeling dizzy and dizzy. Dizzy. When did Vegeta become so powerful? Not good. This guy Vegeta. He is much stronger than when he was on Earth. Krillin was very frightened. Let's run now while we're at it, Bulma suggested. Wait a little longer, and leave here when they are evenly matched. Kellen whispered. Boom, high above the sky, an extremely powerful energy bloomed from Sabo's hand, and it bombarded Vegeta, who was flying into the sky. Seeing the flying energy, Vegeta smiled contemptuously. Boom, Vegeta slapped him suddenly, and directly changed the direction of this energy. Sabo was shocked. Boom, the energy fell on the earth in the distance, and a big explosion occurred. What? Sabo was stunned. Boom, Vegeta soared into the sky and punched Sabo on the nose. What about Sabo? You are not my opponent at all, are you? Vegeta laughed loudly and kicked Sabo. Sabo fell from the sky, adjusted his figure, and immediately looked up into the sky. Idiot, I'm behind you. Vegeta's voice sounded from behind Sabo. Sabo was shocked. Boom, with Vegeta kicked Sabo in the lower back. Sabo lunged forward and came a standard dog eat. Ha, Sabo, you only have this ability? Vegeta laughed. Sabo gritted his teeth and got up from the ground. His face became more and more ferocious. Chapter 83. You never know the power of Saiyans. Chapter 83. You never know the power of Saiyans. You really surprised me, you made a lot of progress. Sabo snorted coldly. However, do you know that you have completely irritated me? Oh? Really? Vegeta chuckled. Before you die, let me tell you why I didn't show my true strength. Sabo snorted. I have to transform to show my true strength. But my transformation is too ugly. I like beauty and can't stand that kind of ugly appearance. But if I don't transform, I will be killed by you, so I would rather choose transformation. You mean transformation? Is it like a Saiyans turning into giant apes? Vegeta asked with interest, his tail flicked slightly behind him. I don't need to become as big as the giant ape, just increase the energy and greatly improve the combat effectiveness. Sabo sneered. Really? Then I'll take a closer look. How far can you improve? Vegeta looked flat. Snapped. Sabo's body swelled rapidly, turning into a toad face. At the same time, Sob's breath has also been greatly improved. After seeing Sabo's transformation, Kling and Bulma were frightened. This monster. His energy suddenly increased. Kellen trembled. It really is a villain. Bulma nodded. I thought he was a messenger of justice. Are you judging people by their image? Kellen wiped his sweat. Look at Vegeta again, with a calm demeanor, just a little surprised. Hey, Sabo was flying towards Vegeta. Boom, Sabo threw a powerful punch at Vegeta. Seeing the attacking fist, Vegeta gently raised his arm. Snapped. Vegeta just used his own hand to easily catch Sabo's attack. What? Sabo's eyes widened, showing disbelief on his face. Sabo, is this your attack? Is this your transformation? I thought it was amazing, but it turned out to be so small. Vegeta smiled contemptuously. Boom, Vegeta kicked Sabo in the chest. Ouch. Sabo's body slammed heavily on the mountain behind him. The mountain collapsed, and the rocks hit Sabo's body, burying Sabo inside. Miss Bulma, let's run away quickly. Kellen said hastily. Okay. Bulma nodded, and rushed out first. Don't even think about running away. Vegeta shouted. A flash of light flashed in his hand, hitting Klin and Bulma in front of him. What a shrewd guy. It seems we can't escape. Krillin wiped his sweat. No, throw the Dragon Ball to him, Bulma suggested. Krillin, this is the Dragon Ball that was finally obtained from the Great Elder. I am not reconciled. Boom, a powerful energy erupted from Sabo's body, and the area he was in was razed to the ground at that time. Sabo came flying from a distance and landed opposite Vegeta. You hateful guy. How did you become so powerful? Sabo looked at Vegeta in shock with a look of astonishment on his face. I can only say that you will never understand the strength of Saiyans. Vegeta smiled lightly. We Saiyans are stronger when they are strong. Now my combat power, according to preliminary calculations, has reached about 8. Moreover, if we Saiyans are rescued when we are on the verge of death, our combat power will be doubled. When you met me before, my combat power was about 5. I should thank you very much. You brought me back from the brink of death, so my combat power has reached 8. Really? Kellen pondered. So Wukong also increased his strength through fierce battles? After Wukong recovers this time, his combat power will also be greatly improved. What did you say? Sabo's face changed again and again. Of course, you don't have to be afraid of these combat power values, they're just estimated by me, and I don't have a detector. Vegeta smiled. Sabo broke out in a cold sweat. Anyway, just a little more. Vegeta added that if your combat power was really 5 before this, no matter how hard Dodoria tries, it is impossible to injure you. Sabo said coldly. Did I say that Dodoria injured me? Vegeta clenched his fists and shouted through gritted teeth. So, besides Dodoria, who else could have injured you? Sabo sensed something was wrong. Could it be that a certain powerful Saiyan that Lord Frieza mentioned is rising? Could it be the Vegeta who was injured by that person? Was Vegeta injured before? Krillin asked. I don't. No, don't ask me. Bulma shook her head. Wow. With a roar, Sabo rushed towards Vegeta quickly. Fighting with you, you said that your combat power has reached 8. I do not believe. Boom. Seeing Sabo rushing towards him, Vegeta just punched him lightly. At the next moment, Sabo's abdomen was punched through. A green blood flowed from Sabo's stomach. Sabo clearly felt that his vitality was rapidly collapsing. Vegeta, I was just following Frieza's orders. Please spare me. Sabo begged for mercy, begging for mercy until now? Unfortunately, it's too late. Vegeta chuckled. Together, the two of us will surely defeat Frieza. Sabo said, your combat strength has reached 8, and there is still a long way to go before surpassing Frieza. Boom. Before Sabo finished speaking, he was killed at the scene by the energy ejected from Vegeta's hand. Sabo's body drew an arc in the air and fell into the lake. Ouch. A big fish swam over, swallowed Sabo into its stomach, and ate it up. You said there is still some distance between me and Frieza? Vegeta snorted. I'm afraid you forgot that we Saiyans will become giant apes, right? If I become a giant ape, my fighting power will reach 80. That doesn't seem to be the case. If I release the artificial full moon, I need to consume some energy. However, I think it is absolutely no problem for me to become a giant ape and have a combat power of 70 million. Frieza, just wait for me. And Luo Tian, I will settle accounts with you too. Vegeta turned to look at Krillin and Bulma afterwards. Vegeta fixed his gaze on Krillin. Clint trembled with fear. Don't look at me, your eyes are so scary. I don't know why your combat power has increased a lot compared to when you were on Earth, but you should know how big the gap is between you and me? Vegeta smiled. Okay, why don't you obediently hand over the Dragon Balls? Chapter 84 The Last Dragon Ball. Chapter 84 The Last Dragon Ball. I know it's useless to discuss with you. But, if I hand over the Dragon Ball, can you leave here honestly? Kellen tried hard to calm himself down. In the room where the Great Elder is, Luo Tian took out the scepter and silently looked at the picture inside the crystal ball. Luo Tian, what are you looking at? Dandy asked curiously. I'm looking to see if Bulma is in danger. Luo Tian smiled slightly. Well, it's fine for now. Through this blue ball, can you see Miss Bulma? Dandy looked confused. Yes. Luo Tian nodded. Dandy fell silent. Well, if you say you can see it, you can see it. Nilu also took a deep look at Luo Tian, but didn't say much. The last Dragon Ball. I'm afraid I won't be able to keep it. The Great Elder sighed. You saw it too, Grand Elder? Luo Tian smiled. Yes, that Saiyan finally got all 7 Dragon Balls together, the elder said. However, even if he got all the Dragon Balls, he still can't fulfill his wish. He can only be happy for nothing. Luo Tian smiled slightly. Humph, it's settled. As long as I get the Dragon Ball, I don't have time to be as knowledgeable as you unknown people. Vegeta snorted. I'm about to fulfill my wish of immortality. What's the trouble with you? When I realize my wish, I will settle accounts with you one by one. Really? Clint still couldn't believe it. If you want me to kill you, I can grant your wish. Vegeta chuckled. Give it to you. Krillin gritted his teeth and handed the Dragon Ball to Vegeta. Vegeta took the Dragon Ball excitedly, with endless joy on his face. Fortunately for you, I have gathered all the Dragon Balls now, and I am in a very good mood. Vegeta laughed loudly. I can replace Frieza and become the ruler of the entire universe. I will fulfill my wish of immortality. Vegeta. I will also have eternal life. Ha ha. Vegeta let out a wild laugh, immediately soared into the sky, sank into the sky, and disappeared in a flash. Bulma was so frightened that she collapsed to the ground. Very scary, but fortunately, he finally survived. Gohan. It's up to you. Krillin said in a deep voice. There was a silence at the scene. Neither Kling nor Bulma spoke. It's not easy to survive. Fortunately, Vegeta was merciful. Kellen, did you hand over the Dragon Ball to him so easily? Bulma asked. That's the Dragon Ball we managed to get. Miss Bulma clearly said before, asking me to give him the Dragon Ball so that we can survive. Kellen rolled his eyes. Now are you blaming me instead, stupid? I was joking. Bulma shouted. Krillin, sure enough. There is no way to reason with women. If you don't give it to him, you will be killed. It's a miracle that the two of us survived this time. Kellen sighed. Don't forget, Gohan and I also found the Dragon Ball he hid. Now it seems that he should have hidden it in the water. I hope Gohan won't be discovered by him. Far away, Son Gohan held a Dragon Ball, yawned, and was walking slowly. I'm so sleepy, I accidentally fell asleep just now. There is no night on Uncle Piccolo's planet. I feel like my biological clock is messed up. Son Wuhan said to himself. At this time, Son Wuhan suddenly sensed a powerful aura coming from a distance. Son Gohan's face changed color. Not good, someone is coming, it's like Vegeta's breath, this is bad. Shoo. Son Wuhan hurriedly landed on the ground quickly, shielding all his breath. Vegeta, who was advancing, also suddenly sensed the breath situation ahead. What's going on? A powerful fighting force in front suddenly disappeared. Vegeta muttered, and it disappeared completely. It must be near here. Vegeta looked around. Who is it? Could it be Luo Tian? No, definitely not Luo Tian. There seemed to be no breath on that guy. This is really strange. Without breath, it will become so powerful. What is going on? Well, forget it. No matter how strong he is, he won't become a giant ape like me. With a combat power of 60. Son Wuhan was so frightened that his heart was pounding. Don't be found by this guy. Who is it? I know you're hiding here. Vegeta shouted. If you don't come out, I'll burn this area to the ground. Son Wuhan's expression changed again and again. Not good, this guy shouldn't be joking. I'll hide the Dragon Ball first, then it depends on luck, okay? I'm not scaring you. Vegeta said, and an energy bomb appeared in his hand, which was about to raise this area to the ground. It's me. It's me. Son Gohan climbed up from behind the mountain where he was hiding, and looked at Vegeta tremblingly. Vegeta also glanced at Son Gohan in surprise. It's this kid. Kakarot's son, right? I didn't expect us to meet here. Vegeta smiled, but there are other Earthlings, so your appearance is not surprising. Dragon Ball? Are you holding a Dragon Ball? Have you met Uncle Krillin? Son Gohan was terrified and worried. Yes, it was a gift from your little bald friend. Vegeta smiled. You killed Uncle Krillin? Son Gohan said in a deep voice. If you want me to kill him, I can satisfy you now. Vegeta smiled. Son Gohan breathed a sigh of relief. Vegeta shouldn't look like he's lying. He has no reason to lie to me. So Uncle Clym is safe for now. I kindly let him go because I got all the Dragon Balls together. Vegeta said, falling from the sky, and landed directly opposite Son Gohan. Son Gohan, all Dragon Balls, you sure? Is the one behind me a fake Dragon Ball? And, what are you doing in front of me? Hey, what are you holding in your hand? Vegeta asked. Son Gohan turned to look at his right hand. Oops, this is Dragon Ball radar. I was too nervous just now. I put down the Dragon Ball, but I still held the radar in my hand. Trouble, if it is recognized, there is really nothing to do. This is a watch. Son Wuhan said in a hurry. Can the level of technology that makes such a stupid watch come to this planet? Vegeta actually believed it, smiled contemptuously, and asked, I ask you, is that guy Kakarot here? Chapter 85 Vegeta, am I being played like a donkey? Chapter 85 Vegeta, am I being played like a donkey? No. Dad doesn't know you guys are here. Son Wuhan replied, really? What a pity. Vegeta patted Son Gohan's face, when you return to Earth, tell Kakarot that we are the last Saiyans. Boom. After Vegeta finished speaking, his knee hit Son Gohan hard. Son Wuhan lay on the ground clutching his stomach. Vegeta put his foot on Gohan's head and rolled from side to side. I suddenly felt. It's quite interesting to roll people around like this. Damn Luo Tian, are you taking me for a yo-yo? Just wait for me. When I realize my wish, let's see how I deal with you. Vegeta just stepped on Son Gohan's body, rolling him on the ground a few times. It's very enjoyable. However, now is not the time to play with this. When I become immortal, I will have plenty of time to play. I'm going to the Earth again soon. You guys have to live well. Vegeta smiled, turned into a ray of light, quickly rushed into the sky, and left the scene. It hurts, it hurts. Son Wuhan clutched his stomach, gritted his teeth in pain. Shameless as Vegeta, it actually rolls over people like yo-yos. Fortunately, Dragon Ball was finally saved. Bulma, hurry up. Get ready right away. After Gohan comes back, we have to leave here. Kellen greeted Bulma, this place is no longer safe, we must transfer immediately. But, does Luo Tian know? Bulma was taken aback for a moment. Don't worry, I will bring Luo Tian here safely. Kellen said while talking. Son Wuhan quickly landed with the Dragon Ball. Gohan, you are back, why did you come back so late? Krillin asked. I accidentally fell asleep on the way back. Son Gohan scratched his head. Krillin, Bulma, what time is this, are you still in the mood to sleep? Bulma shouted angrily. Let's talk about the extra words later, we must leave here immediately, otherwise there will be danger. Kellen said hastily. I know, because I also met Vegeta. Son Gohan nodded. Krillin was stunned. Can you bring the Dragon Ball back safely when you meet Vegeta? I hid the Dragon Ball, but he didn't find it. Son Wuhan laughed. You're lucky. Kellen nodded. Let's go quickly, Bulma urged. The three left the scene immediately and found a mountain to hide. Vegeta quickly landed in the village of Planet Namek that he had killed. Immediately afterwards, Vegeta dived into the water. Vegeta, genius fighter, Saiyan Prince, today, my wish finally came true. Frieza, you wait for me, the entire universe will be in charge of me. Well, that guy Luo Tian is pretty good, and he also heals. If I take him under my command, my immortality plus his healing. I am this way, I will remain invincible forever. I feel like I'm one step closer to being a Super Saiyan. Strange. What about Dragon Ball? I remember throwing it in this area, why can't I find it? Impossible, how can I not find it? Vegeta suddenly realized something, his face changed again and again. Wrong. What the brat was holding just now was not a watch. Wouldn't it be an instrument like Dragon Ball's detector? Boom, Vegeta rushed out of the water. You little bastard. You dare to tease me, see how I kill you. Vegeta felt that he was being played like a donkey, and immediately soared into the sky, flying quickly towards the direction where Bulma was hiding before. Vegeta plunged into the cave. There was no one inside. Boom, Vegeta penetrated the ceiling of the cave and rushed into the sky. His forehead was so angry that the veins popped up, and his body trembled. I can't feel their breath at all. They can actually reduce the breath to 0 level. If this goes on, they will never be found, Earthling. Just wait and see, I will definitely come back to get my 6 Dragon Balls. I still don't believe it. Will you always block your own breath? Vegeta returned to the place where the Dragon Balls were hiding, and sat down patiently. Special, empty joy. Vegeta sat on a Dragon Ball, meditating silently. If the instruments in their hands can find the location of the Dragon Balls, the Dragon Balls I hide here will also be found. I can't leave here easily. They also want to get my 6 Dragon Balls. So, as long as I wait patiently here for them, maybe they will come to your door. And now that Frieza's spaceship has been destroyed, Frieza will not act for a while. Even if Frieza contacts aliens, it will take at least 3 or 4 days for reinforcements to arrive. I must collect 7 Dragon Balls within this time. Frieza has the best chance of not having a detector right now, but we can't build a house in such a narrow place. Bulma was unhappy. This is a Grand Canyon, it looks really hidden, but the place is very narrow. Don't be dissatisfied, the cave just now is very difficult to come across. Kellen said with a wry smile, before Monkey King comes here, do I want to live with you in a place that doesn't even have a toilet? Bulma said angrily, they are girls, what about going to the toilet? You can't defecate anywhere, right, Miss Bulma? There is no one on this planet, is the toilet so important? Kellen wiped his sweat. It's immoral to defecate anywhere. Bulma shouted, Krillin, when is it all? What about morality? But don't worry about it, I'm going to take Wuhan to the Great Elder, and bring Luo Tian back by the way. Kellen said, what? Are you leaving me here alone? Bulma wanted to see her. Be patient, Gohan may be able to generate more energy than Vegeta after seeing the Great Elder, Klin advised. It's too much. Bulma sobbed, Gohan, let's control our breath and fly slowly. Krillin said to Gohan, that guy Vegeta must be paying attention to the breath of the two of us, don't let him find out, understood? Sun Wuhan nodded. The two bid farewell to Bulma, slowly flew into the sky, and flew in the direction of the Great Elder. Do I really have the ability to defeat Vegeta? I can't even believe it myself. Son Gohan turned to Klin and said, I have such a strong potential energy, not to mention you are of Saiyan blood, there must be no problem. Kellen said. 81800200, 82000 +1. +1. Chapter 86 Bulma, I'll take you home. Chapter 86 Bulma, I'll take you home. The residence of the Great Elder. I'll leave for a while. Luo Tian said, okay. The elder was stunned. Call out, the Great Elder had just finished speaking, but Nei Lu on the side hadn't reacted yet, and Luo Tian turned into a diamond-like flame, which disappeared in a flash. The elders were stunned. Naru also widened his eyes. Dandy rubbed his eyes vigorously. What a great speed! In just an instant, Luo Tian had already returned to the sky where Bulma was. Poor Bulma just set up a table and chairs in this narrow valley and is eating there. Whoa, Luo Tian, I'm afraid. Bulma sobbed while eating. There won't be any monsters appearing, right? Very scared. I was really out of my mind. So I ran to Namek, snapped. Luo Tian fell from the sky and landed on the opposite side of Bulma. Bulma jumped up from her chair in fright, but after seeing Luo Tian's appearance clearly, Bulma was both surprised and happy. His eyes were moist. Luo Tian? I'm not mistaken, is it really you? I'm not dreaming, am I? Bulma was pleasantly surprised. It's me, I'm not mistaken. Luo Tian comforted with a smile, huh? Why are you here? Aren't you at the Great Elder's place? Krillin and Gohan went to pick you up, didn't you meet? Bulma scratched his head and asked inexplicably, you don't know how terrible it was just now. We met that fellow Vegeta and were almost killed by him. Bulma, I have made a decision. I will take you away from Namek and send you back to Earth, Luo Tian said. Take me back to Earth? Have you found the spaceship? Bulma was stunned for a moment, looked at Luo Tian and asked, come and hug me, I'll fly you back. Luo Tian greeted Bulma. A fly back? Don't be kidding, Luo Tian. I know you can fly. And I also know that you are very powerful, even surpassed Wukong, right? But, you want to fly back to the Earth from here? Bulma wiped his sweat. That's space, let's not talk about how long it takes you to fly back. Just say that there is no air in space, we will all die. Luo Tian smiled mysteriously. Having said that, Bulma still stepped forward and hugged Luo Tian obediently. Why should I refuse such an active request? I suddenly felt very safe holding you. Hold tight, we are about to set off. Luo Tian said. A ball of bright diamond-like flames emerged from his body, covering himself and Bulma. Call out. The next moment, Luo Tian sank into the sky and entered the universe in an instant. Bulma froze. Bulma was also completely dumbfounded. What's happening here? Luo Tian took me into space. Look, that one over there is Wukong's spaceship. Luo Tian pointed to a moving spaceship in the distance. Bulma hadn't reacted yet. Let me stroke it first. I haven't figured it out yet. Wukong should be able to reach Namek in 4 more days. Luo Tian said to Bulma, yes, is it? Bulma laughed dryly, not knowing whether to believe it or not. How about we go up and say hello? Luo Tian smiled. No, I want to go home, is that okay? Bulma said softly. No problem. Luo Tian nodded. Well, how long will it take to fly back from here? It won't be a long flight, right? Do you think we will starve to death? Bulma wiped his sweat. I have to fly for a while. Luo Tian nodded. I will speed up. Bulma, is it as simple as speeding things up? Call out. Luo Tian speeded up his flight. 10 minutes later, the front is our galaxy. Luo Tian pointed to the Milky Way ahead, and explained to Bulma. Call out. Luo Tian took Bulma into the Milky Way, and soon appeared in the sky above the Earth. Look, we'll be home soon. Luo Tian said to Bulma. Bulma was stunned, totally stunned, because she was stunned. she hugged Luo Tian even tighter. I am not dreaming, is this the Earth? Bulma stuttered, yeah, can it be the sun if it's not the Earth? Luo Tian said with a smile, how do I feel? It seems that I flew back soon. Bulma wiped his sweat, well, it took a little over 10 minutes in total. Luo Tian smiled slightly, my level is not up to par. If I practice hard, I should be able to fly back in 5 minutes. Bulma didn't want to talk anymore. You said you can fly from Earth to Namek in 5 minutes. No, it's not. A question of 5 minutes and 10 minutes, even if you fly back in 10 minutes, that's simply amazing speed. The question is, you can fly back so fast, why do we have to sit in a spaceship for a month? You. Luo Tian, who are you? Bulma asked in surprise, hey, they all call me the god of the Milky Way, saying that I am the god who was born in this galaxy. Luo Tian said with a smile, galaxy god? Bulma looked confused, actually, they are talking nonsense. None of them know my real identity. Luo Tian giggled. Bulma, I am an angel who came to the human world to practice, and I am a real god. Luo Tian said seriously to Bulma. Bulma looked at Luo Tian without blinking. Puff. Immediately afterwards, Bulma laughed directly. You were so happy. You said you are an angel? Isn't an angel a person with a pair of white wings? Where are your wings? Bulma asked, the angel you mentioned refers to the myths and stories on the earth, but the angel I mentioned. Forget it, you won't understand what I said. Luo Tian didn't want to explain, I'd better send you home first, shoo. After saying this, Luo Tian took Bulma and landed in the spacious yard of the Universal Capsule headquarters. This is really my home. Bulma looked around, the familiar feeling made her tears well up. Finally home, I'm having such a hard time, you can let me go. Luo Tian said to Bulma. No. You can fly to Namek in 10 minutes, but you let me stay in the spaceship for a month. Bulma looked unhappy, also, you suddenly disappeared halfway, did you go back to Earth to play? That's not true. I went to visit Taisai. Luo Tian smiled. The sister? Have you gone to find my sister? Bulma was stunned. Chapter 87 You have too many wishes. Chapter 87 You have too many wishes. Yes. Luo Tian nodded. You have that? Bulma asked with a blushing face, but her heart was a little nervous. Snapped. Luo Tian played a trick on Bulma's face. What are you thinking? Luo Tian rolled his eyes. It hurts, it hurts. Bulma pouted and asked again, by the way, how is sister recently? Not bad. Luo Tian nodded to Bulma. Luo Tian? I'm not mistaken, when did you come back? At this time, Dr. Breves passed by on a bicycle. After seeing Luo Tian and Bulma, he couldn't help but widen his eyes. Dad, didn't you expect it? Luo Tian and I are back. Bulma smiled triumphantly. Doctor. Breves immediately looked at Bulma's stomach. Bulma, father, what kind of eyes are you looking at? Even if I'm with Luo Tian, it's impossible for me to have a baby so soon. Bulma shouted. Luo Tian wiped his sweat. Your family is really gone. In the evening, Luo Tian and Bulma had dinner together. Bulma is still in shock about Luo Tian's identity, but Bulma gradually figured it out. Speaking of which, you're hiding really deep enough. Bulma wiped off his sweat. No wonder you have maintained a youthful appearance after so many years. Ho, it's not that I want to hide, it's that you don't believe me when I tell you. Luo Tian replied, I told you that I have eternal life, it seems to be the same. Bulma nodded, then held his chin and muttered, so, do you already have the wish that Vegeta and Frieza want to fulfill? Yes, I was born with unlimited life, I will never age, and I was born like this. Luo Tian said. Bulma was speechless. Was he born like this now? What kind of god is this? Then let me ask you, can you beat that cosmic Emperor Frieza? Bulma asked again. I'm a god, but I'm not good at fighting. Luo Tian replied, in my opinion, the existence of all things in the universe has laws, and life and death are also within the scope of these laws. Bulma, don't worry, I have a certain fate with the Earth. Before I leave the Earth, I will train Goku and Vegeta and let them defend this planet. Luo Tian smiled and said, if I really want to slap Frieza, I can slap him on the sun with one slap. Snapped. Bulma stood up from her seat at that moment. Are you leaving the Earth? Bulma asked nervously. I won't leave for the time being. Luo Tian replied, at least I will stay on Earth for another 32 years. I am 30, by then I will be a real yellow-faced woman. Bulma sighed, it's not fair, I also want to look forever young and beautiful. It's easy to say, if you gather the Dragon Balls of Namek and ask Shenlong to grant you this wish, wouldn't it be enough? Luo Tian said with a smile, this isn't appropriate? Let them be resurrected first? Bulma said hastily, besides, let me become an 18-year-old beautiful girl, and they will notice. If not, I will be 5 years younger and fulfill my wishes a few more times, and then I will be a beautiful 18-year-old girl forever. Luo Tian, your wish is a little too much. Luo Tian stayed on Earth for about 3 days. Namek, the residence of the Great Elder. Where did Lord Galaxy God go? Great Elder. Didn't he say to leave for a while? Neil wiped his sweat. I don't know, may have left Namek. The Great Elder said, what? Have you left Namek yet? Neil's eyes widened, yes. The Great Elder nodded slightly. How did he leave? Great Elder. Dandy asked, maybe it just flew away. I don't know the details, I just sensed that there is no Lord Galaxy God on the land of Namek. The Elder replied. As for Luo Tian being the god of beyond the galaxy, the Great Elder didn't tell Dandy and Neil about this matter. The only thing that makes me feel relieved is, the Great Elder said with a smile, Master Galaxy God said that although our Namek planet may encounter disaster, it will not be wiped out. This kind of thing, credible? Neru asked. It shouldn't be a problem, right? The Great Elder smiled slightly. During these 3 days, Sun Wukong's spaceship was getting closer and closer to Namek. At the same time, Monkey King is also working hard to practice. Today, Monkey King has overcome 100 times the gravity. The simple practice of freedom and extreme intention can no longer meet the needs of Monkey King. In this cosmic space, it seems that the only thing that can sense is this spaceship. After finishing sensing the spaceship, Monkey King had no choice but to practice Juanquan. Sun Wukong suddenly found that after realizing this spaceship, he could practice Juanquan with twice the result with half the effort. When it really doesn't work, eat another celestial bean, and the strength will be greatly improved. Okay, let's practice here first. I have to rest well for the rest of the day, and I have to adapt to the original gravity. Sun Wukong said to himself, and then turned off the gravity system. Monkey King suddenly felt that his body was so light. Monkey King casually grabbed a broken stone on the ground and threw it out. Monkey King flickered, and quickly caught the stone thrown by him. Great, I feel as light as a swallow. Sun Wukong was pleasantly surprised. This time I not only completed the elementary level of freedom, but I can also withstand 10 times the World King Fist. Well, we can reach Namek in 1 more day. Sleep well first. Namek. Frisia's spaceship. Frisia waited silently in the spaceship. It's been 4 days, and Sabo hasn't come back. Either he was killed or he escaped. Frisia had a bad feeling. If I knew this, I should have brought the Genuid team here earlier, but I believe they will bring the probe over soon. Fortunately, nothing happened during this time. Looks like Vegeta didn't find the 7 Dragon Balls either. As long as I have a detector, I can find all the Dragon Balls. Kellen and Sun Wuhan were sitting cross-legged at this time, eating to replenish their strength. Uncle Kellen, we have been walking for almost 4 days, is there still a long way? Son Gohan asked. It's not far away. I hope the Great Elder doesn't die. Krillin pondered, why don't we move forward at full speed? We have already traveled so far, Vegeta will not find us. Chapter 88 Gohan and Hashtag 039, S Potential Energy. Chapter 88 Gohan and Hashtag 039, S Potential Energy. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say just now. Besides, Dad is coming soon, and it's not appropriate to leave Miss Bulma there. Sun Wuhan said, okay, it's such a happy decision. Kellen nodded. The two of them didn't hesitate anymore. They immediately turned into 2 beams of light, and quickly rushed to the sky. According to this speed, we will be able to meet the Great Elder in a short time. Kellen smiled at Sun Wuhan. Under the mountain. Vegeta also suddenly sensed the breath of Krillin and Sun Gohan. 1, 2. Kakarot's son and the bald boy. They're located far away. It doesn't look like they're here to grab my Dragon Balls. They want to join that Luo Tian, right? Whatever their purpose, this is their best chance to get back that Dragon Ball. I only need to bring 1 Dragon Ball. Even if the woman from the Earth finds it here with a device, she still can't get 7 Dragon Balls. Okay, let's do it. Holding a Dragon Ball in his arms, Vegeta turned into a golden flame and rushed into the sky, chasing quickly in the direction where Krillin and Son Gohan were. Vegeta took his speed to the limit. Come on, Gohan, we will be at the Great Elder's house soon. Kellen greeted, yes. Sun Wufan nodded. The two speeded up again. Gohan, look. It's over there. On the mountain over there is the home of the Great Elder. Kellen said to Sun Wuhan, yeah. Sun Wuhan looked serious. At this moment, the faces of the two suddenly changed colors. Someone is coming. Uncle Krillin! Son Gohan exclaimed. It's that guy Vegeta. He's coming. So fast. Kellen was terrified. It's really him? Sun Wuhan was stunned. Gohan, go to the Great Elder quickly and let him guide you with potential energy. I'll find a way to hold him back first. Kellen said hastily. Isn't that bad? Sun Wuhan wiped his sweat. Hurry up. There's no time for long-winded words. Kellen said loudly yes. Sun Wuhan no longer hesitated, and quickly flew to the home of the Great Elder in the distance. Snapped, just as Son Gohan left, Vegeta rushed over quickly. Vegeta, your speed is so fast, you can spot us here? Kellen said quickly. Of course, it's useless to play these clever things in front of me. Vegeta snorted, hurry up and give me the Dragon Ball, or I'll be rude to you. What are you talking about? What Dragon Ball? Kellen pretended to be stupid. Don't pretend to be confused there. If you don't say anything, I will kill you. Vegeta's eyes showed a killing intent, but then, Vegeta suddenly felt something was wrong. Huh? Where did Kakarot's son go? It's that mountain. Is there anyone on the mountain? Vegeta whispered, looking towards the distant mountains. Not good. Kellen's face changed color. Did you hide the Dragon Balls there? Vegeta snorted. No, absolutely not. Kellen said quickly. Call out. Vegeta didn't agree with Klin, and flew directly over Klin's head. The residence of the Great Elder. The Great Elder put his hand on Son Gohan's head. You are amazing. You have very powerful potential energy in your body. Are you from Earth? The Great Elder asked curiously. I'm sorry, could you please hurry up? Son Gohan urged. You are so verbose. Don't you know that Vegeta is coming soon? He's here. Nara said. Outside. Vegeta quickly landed outside the house. Wait a minute, Vegeta, stop. Krillin chased after him. What is this place? Vegeta was taken aback. Go away, you are not welcome here. Nara walked out of the room and looked at Vegeta indifferently. At this moment, the Great Elder finally channeled out the potential energy in Sun Wuhan's body. After sensing the powerful energy of Son Gohan, Vegeta's face changed slightly. How, is that Kakarot guy here too? No, it doesn't feel like Kakarot's breath, just thinking about it. Son Gohan stepped out of the room and looked at Vegeta warily. It turned out to be you, brat. What did you do inside? Why did the energy suddenly become so much stronger? Vegeta was quite surprised, looking up and down at Son Gohan. Nothing. Sun Wuhan replied. Just after saying this, Dandy ran out of the room again. There are a lot of people in the house. Vegeta snorted. You two should be the last Namek, right? The Great Elder said that someone is approaching our planet. Let us be careful. Dandy said hastily. What? Neil was slightly taken aback. Vegeta was also stunned. Great Elder, who is the Great Elder? Yes. It seems that someone is really coming. Kellen also sensed it. Very powerful breath. It's approaching quickly. Sun Wuhan said hastily. It's Wukong. Wukong is finally here. Kellen said excitedly. Isn't that right? Uncle Krillin, there's more than one person. Sun Wuhan shook his head. Could it be the Jinua team? Vegeta also reacted suddenly, and immediately let go of the sensor. Yes, that's right. There are 5 people in total. It's the Jinua team, that's right. What Jinua team? Kellen was puzzled. Hurry up and hand over the hidden Dragon Ball. Vegeta grabbed Son Gohan by the collar and shouted loudly at Team Jinuit, I'm not afraid of them at all, and now my combat power has far surpassed them. Thinking of this, Vegeta's heart moved. Why didn't I say that the Jinuit team is stronger? In this way, maybe they can honestly hand over Dragon Ball. As long as I make them feel hopeless, I can realize my wish. I won't give you Dragon Balls. Sun Wuhan said hastily. I promise, as long as I can have an immortal body, I will never hurt you. Vegeta shouted, hurry up and hand it over, or it will be too late. When they come to Namek, everything will be over. You lied. We won't be fooled by you. Can't you beat them? Kellen asked. Vegeta looked at Krillin. This little bald donkey actually called me a liar. A humph. I just lied to you. No, I still need to improve my acting skills. You idiots, listen to me. Vegeta said, sweating from his face, the Jinyu team called by Frieza is composed of 5 people who are like me or stronger than me. The other 4 are nothing, but the fighting power of Captain Jinyu is definitely very strong, even far surpassing mine. and they have the most advanced detectors, and they can find us immediately and kill us. Chapter 89 Are you stupid? Chapter 89 Are you stupid? Is there really such a thing? Kellen was dubious. Can you feel their energy? Vegeta replied, well, even if they are not as good as me. Have you ever thought that there is Frieza? With my current combat power, I am far from being Frieza's opponent. There is only one way to defeat Frieza, and that is to let me have an immortal body. As long as I become immortal, I can fight Frieza. What this guy said may be true. There are indeed 5 evil huge energies approaching. Neil said solemnly. Son Gohan looked at Naru with a look of fear. Kellen was also hesitant. Then, let Gohan be immortal. Krillin suggested. Although he has powerful energy, his combat experience is far from enough. Vegeta said quickly. Damn it, what about our wish? Kellen gritted his teeth, feeling very unwilling. Dragon Ball can fulfill 3 wishes, and your wishes can also be fulfilled. Neil explained. Point 3? Isn't it 1 wish? Sun Wufan was stunned. Point 3 wishes? That's really great. Now I'm relieved. Kellen also breathed a sigh of relief, lowered his voice and asked Naru, by the way, I forgot to ask when I came here just now, where is Luo Tian? Isn't he here? He said he had something to do and left. Naru replied, what, left? Don't run around like this guy. If you are in danger, you will be in trouble. Kellen felt dizzy for a while. You should care more about yourself, he will be fine. Neil sighed, hurry up. Stop moaning, or it will be too late. Vegeta shouted, understood, we will take you there right away, please keep your promise. Kellen gritted his teeth and made up his mind, quick. The whole army strikes. Vegeta shouted. The 3 turned into 3 golden flames, and quickly flew towards the location where the Dragon Ball was hidden before Vegeta. Near the spaceship where Frieza is. A boom, 5 spherical mini spaceships fell from the sky and hit the land of Namek. Team Genuit, you are finally here. Frieza looked forward to the stars and the moon, and finally brought them here. The next moment, 5 funny combinations appeared in front of Frieza. Like him, Barchi, Guys, Gerdo, Jinyu, come and report. The 5 teasers were arranged in a formation, each posing in a pose of Frieza. What shape are you in? I'm waiting for you. Frieza smiled, thank you. Captain Jinyu said with a smile, Your Excellency Frieza, please issue our mission this time. The Dragon Balls I collected were taken away by the traitor Vegeta. Frieza said, give him a hard lesson, and then bring him here, and let him tell the whereabouts of the Dragon Balls. This is very easy. Our detectors have already grasped Vegeta's movements and know his exact location. Jinyu said with a smile, he is flying at high speed not far from here. Who are the 2 people with him? They also have strong combat power. 2 people? It turned out to be the little guy who came here to make trouble before, and they really teamed up. Frieza was not surprised at all. Kill those 2 little guys. Understood, let's play games with him. Jinyu replied, Your Excellency Frieza, all the detectors you want are in this box. Geese stepped forward and handed over a box with both hands. Thank you. Frieza nodded. Let's go, then. Jinyu smiled at The 5 people turned into 5 flames, and quickly chased in the direction of Vegeta. It'll be there soon. Vegeta shouted, give me your Dragon Ball, and I'll go first to fulfill my wish. What did you say? Kellen froze for a moment. Hurry up. It's too late. You are flying too slowly. Vegeta shouted, they are already chasing you, Uncle Kellen, their speed is so fast. Sun Wuhan's expression also changed again and again. Damn. Here you are. Krillin said, handing the Dragon Ball to Vegeta. The moment Vegeta took the Dragon Ball, a faint smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Call out. Vegeta increased his speed to the extreme, quickly threw Klin and Son Gohan away, and arrived at the location where the Dragon Balls were stored. First, snapped, Vegeta put the 2 Dragon Balls in his hand together with the remaining 5 Dragon Balls. Got it all together, finally got all 7 Dragon Balls. Vegeta will become immortal. Let me, Vegeta, become immortal. Vegeta made a wish to Dragon Ball. Then, there's no after that. Vegeta, what's the situation? There seems to be no response. How did this happen? Why is there no response? At this moment, the Genuid team fell from the sky and landed on the opposite side of Vegeta. Damn it. They're here. Vegeta gritted his teeth and said coldly, Humph, that's fine, let's get rid of them first. As for the fulfillment of the wish, The bald head in Kakarot's son must know what's wrong. Crack. Crack, the Jinua team had just arrived, and Sun Wuhan and Klin also came from a distance at high speed. These guys. What a fast speed. Kellen was frightened. I knew it would not fly so fast. Sun Wufan was also scared to death. Damn it, just a little bit. Vegeta gritted his teeth, turned his head and glared at Klin fiercely. Kellen also noticed this look, with a confused look on his face. What do you mean? Why are you staring at me? Didn't I give you Dragon Balls? Immediately afterwards, Kellen seemed to realize something, and slapped his forehead fiercely. You got it. Luo Tian said before that even if they get all the Dragon Balls, they can't realize their wish. From the beginning to the end, neither Frieza nor Vegeta knew about Shenlong. They only know that if they collect 7 Dragon Balls, their wishes will come true, but what they don't know is that the dragon still needs to be summoned. Vegeta probably made a wish on these 7 Dragon Balls just now, right? Haha, are you an idiot? Clint almost laughed, but after seeing the 5 scary guys in the Jinua team, Kellen couldn't laugh anymore. Oh? That's great, we've got all 7 Dragon Balls together. Jinya said with a smile, ha, Lord Frieza will be very happy. Vegeta gritted his teeth, and his expression gradually calmed down. My combat power is 8. According to Dodolia, the combat power of the Jinua team is about 5. So I can easily defeat them. The author says 2000-81700. 1700 plus 1. Plus 1. Chapter 90. Chapter 90. Oomph, you guys came just in time. Vegeta snorted, now my strength is different from what it used to be, let me tell you, I can easily defeat you. Oh? Really? Vegeta. Jinya smiled contemptuously, your combat power seems to be only 3, right? With such a little combat power, do you still want to defeat us? But let alone, I haven't seen you for a while, but your combat power has indeed improved significantly. Humph. Vegeta snorted coldly. I haven't unleashed my true strength yet, you will be amazed after a while. Since you are so confident, let us have fun with you. Jinya smiled. He's talking about having fun, but he's trying to teach you a hard lesson. Geese explained from the side, you don't need to talk too much. Jinya said angrily, hey, you two, play a little role for me, right? Don't stay out of it. Vegeta said to Krillin and Son Gohan, Krillin, Son Gohan, by the way, where is Luo Tian? Vegeta asked, Luo Tian? What are you doing mentioning Luo Tian at this time? Do you want revenge? Kellen asked back. Vegeta, this idiot. We don't know where Luo Tian went. Kellen shook his head, forget it. Vegeta snorted. I'll deal with Vegeta, and the other 2 little guys will be left to you to decide. Jinyu said with a smile, this is not acceptable, Captain Jinyu. Bart said, yeah, last time you picked the most exciting one. Lycum also said, it's really cunning. Keith said, okay, then I'll give Dragon Balls to Lord Frieza. Jinyu pondered, you decide for yourself, the first winner will deal with Vegeta, and the number 2 will deal with those 2 boys, so you will be satisfied. Great, the 4 players called excitedly. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, the 4 started punching. Okay, let me take care of Vegeta. Lycum won. Number 2 is Guldo, who will deal with Kellen and Sun Wuhan. Damn it. Let me deal with those 2 useless little guys. Guldo was sullen, have fun, I'll give the Dragon Ball to Frieza-sama right now. Jinyu controlled 7 Dragon Balls and was about to leave here. Hey, you'd better wait a minute, Jinyu, I'll get rid of Lycum right away. Vegeta snorted, you're leaving now, but no one will collect his body. Oh? Really? If you say that, I'll take a closer look. Jinyu laughed and decided not to leave for the time being. You said you could deal with Lycum right away, it's really interesting. When did this guy Vegeta become so bragging? Jinyu then looked at Lycum with a smile. Lycum shrugged and smiled helplessly. The rest of the team members were also laughing, thinking it was the funniest joke in the world. Lycum, this guy has some fun this time. Bart said with a smile, Lycum, you'd better save some for us, so we can have fun too. Geese laughed. Vegeta, you'd better figure out the situation. With your current combat power value, it's better not to seek abuse. Lycum snorted. Lycum, how much combat power is this guy? Bart asked. Didn't the captain just say that? His combat power is only 3. Lycum snorted, well, with 3 combat power, you dare to clamor to kill you instantly, you are worthy of being a Saiyan prince. Geese smiled contemptuously. Hey, don't interrupt me. I don't even have a sense of existence. Guldo put his hips on his hips, sullenly. Guldo, your presence in our team is very low. GC said. Gith, shut up. Jinyu yelled, we are a team, and you are not allowed to slander your teammates. Keith nodded with a smile. Next, let's take a look at the battle between Guldo and those two little guys. The battle between Vegeta and Lycum can be put on hold for a while. Isn't the wonderful part of the plot put at the end? It's meaningless if it's solved all at once. Jinyu said with a smile. Humph. Vegeta snorted, and then greeted Krillin. Come here, Dotto. What? Are you planning to hold a combat meeting? Lycum chuckled. Guldo, I'm afraid you will be in trouble. I will torture these two little things to death. Guldo was not afraid. The guy who was fighting with you is called Guldo. Although his combat power is very low, he has powerful supernatural powers. You two must not be careless. Vegeta warned, and then asked, where is Kakarot? Is it really not on this planet? He's not here, but he's coming soon. Kling replied. Where is Luo Tian? Where did he go at the critical moment? Vegeta asked. Vegeta, there's no need to look for Luo Tian at this time. Kellen replied, forget it, let's do it first. Vegeta patted Krillin's bald head. Krillin and Son Gohan were also immediately ready to fight him. I'm like a garbage man cleaning the battlefield. Guldo snorted, I can't help it. Gohan, do you still remember the mind training you did in the spaceship? Kellen asked, yes, I remember. Sun Wuhan nodded. It's really easy to deal with you. Guldo snorted, okay, let's get started. Clint yelled, let go of all the anger. Snapped. The two raised their aura to the extreme at that time. Immediately afterwards, the two rose into the air, released a powerful energy from each of their hands, and smashed towards Guldo below. Guldo was taken aback, and hurriedly stopped time in desperation. The next moment, Guldo fled the scene. Damn. You brat! How dare you tease me? Gerdo was furious, and pointed his hand at the sky. However, when Guerdwa went to search for the traces of the two people, he found that the two people had disappeared. What about people? It was clearly there just now. Guldo searched around. Soon, Guldo spotted two figures in the distance. What? These two guys, they actually ran so far in an instant. Boom, at this time. Time stops and ends. Two powerful energies fell from the sky and hit the ground. He's not here. Where did he go? Sun Wuhan was stunned. Over there. Kellen immediately found Guldo's position through breath sensing. Damn. The legend is actually true. Vegeta gritted his teeth. This guy can actually stop time. Chapter 91. Let you see my terrifying strength. Chapter 91. Let you see my terrifying strength. What? Krillin was stunned, and turned to look at Vegeta. Yes, Guldo can stop time for a short time, you two be careful. Vegeta urged, these five guys from Team Jinuit, apart from Jinyu, this guy should be the most difficult to deal with. After a while, I have to find a way to kill him, so as not to have long nights and dreams. Time stops? It's so stupid. Kellen wiped his sweat. Uncle Kellen, let's go. Sun Wuhan said. A swish, the two quickly rushed in the direction of Guldo. Time stops. Guldo shouted hastily. With this shout, Guldo was surprised to see that these two little guys were already very close to him. These two bastards. They came to me so soon. Stopping time consumes a lot of energy. Guldo gritted his teeth and said, I'll hide behind the rocks first, and deal with them when I have a chance. Guldo quickly ran to hide behind a rock. Time to restore. It's gone again. Kellen gritted his teeth. Uncle Kellen, he stopped using time again. Sun Wuhan said. Over there. At the same time, the two found the exact location of Guldo through breath sensing. What happened? How did the two of them find me? Guldo's eyes widened, seeing Klin and Sun Wuhan rushing towards him at high speed. An invisible energy surged from Guldo's body. This invisible energy fixed Klin and Sun Wuhan in the sky at that time, making them unable to move. You two brats. I have to use acupressure on you. Guldo snorted. Who are you? Why can you know my location without a detector? Kellen and Sun Wuhan couldn't care less about talking now. Their expressions changed again and again. I'm going to thread you into meat skewers. Humph, and then put it on the fire and it will be delicious. Guldo sneered. Far away, Jinyu and the others were also watching the battle. It's really unexpected. The fighting power of those two little guys actually exceeded one. Jisai sighed. Hey, it seems that Guldo is a little anxious. Lycum said with a smile, he rarely uses acupuncture. It's really rare for a race that can't change its combat power by transformation. Bart also said the two friends, Vegeta, are good friends. Keith smiled like him, don't underestimate the enemy later. Jinyu suddenly said to Lycum. Captain? Why do you say that? Lycum looked at the captain in surprise. I always feel that something is not quite right. Jinyu mused, Vegeta doesn't seem like the kind of foolish guy. Captain, you are wrong. Geese retorted, if Vegeta hadn't been so brave, would he have betrayed Lord Frieza? Jinyu stared at these two guys. I told them, let the two of them pay attention to that guy's special abilities, and you need to attack him from the front. Vegeta said angrily, crack. With a wave of his hand, Guldo cut down a tree and made the end of the tree into a pointy shape. The trees were hanging in the air, like a sharp knife aimed at Klin's body. Hey, get ready to turn into a meat skewer. I'm going to penetrate you. Guldo sneered. Kellen turned pale with fright, and hurriedly raised his energy to the extreme, trying to escape the restraint. It's useless, you can't escape at all. Guldo chuckled, it's so pitiful, you can't move. Well, let's start with you, the kid in yellow. Then use other special abilities to clean up the other guy, damn it. Clint gritted his teeth, Uncle Kellen. Sun Wuhan was also shocked. Go to hell. Guldo waved his hand, and the suspended wooden stake smashed towards Klin's location in the sky. Boom, just then, Vegeta made a move. I saw Vegeta slapped Guldo's head fiercely. Immediately, Guldo's head and body were separated. Klin, who was in the air, also suddenly sensed that his body could move again. Kling dodged the attack of the stake. Boom, Guldo's head fell to the ground, and a pool of purple blood flowed out. You are despicable, Vegeta. Guldo's head fell off, but he was still able to speak, and stared at Vegeta. It was just a game between me and those two kids, you shouldn't interfere. Your opponent is like 'em idiots, the game is decided by you, and fighting requires unscrupulous means. Vegeta chuckled. I didn't expect that I would be killed by a vulgar and savage Saiyan. I was so mad. Guldo felt that his vitality was collapsing. You're right. Vegeta snorted, shooting a burst of energy from his hand. Boom, the powerful energy covered Guldo's head, directly blasting Guldo into scum. I didn't expect you to help us, thank you so much. Kellen quickly thanked you, thank you. Sun Wuhan also said, you guys are so naive. Vegeta snorted, do you really think that I am just going to save you guys? I just found a good opportunity to kill Guldo. And, just now was considered a warm-up exercise, and the real battle has just begun, damn it. Guldo was killed by that fellow Vegeta. Geese gritted his teeth. It's troublesome now, the formation of our special forces team is not perfect without one person. Bart sighed, Captain, hurry up and think of a new formation. Lycum said, headache, I thought about that formation for a long time before I could figure it out. Jinyu gritted his teeth, Lycum, you clean him up for me, and get rid of Vegeta quickly, so that I can give the Dragon Balls to Frieza. Okay. Lycum stepped forward with an endless smile on his face. Vegeta snorted, hey, those two little guys, you can also assist Vegeta, you're welcome, just use your skills. Lycum greeted Krillin and Son Gohan. Cut, no need, you will be killed by me soon. Vegeta chuckled, really? I didn't expect you to be quite confident. No strength, just pure confidence, it's not a good thing. Lycum said with a smile, use your detector to see my true strength. Vegeta let out a sneer, and the aura on his body surged out crazily. Beep, on Lycum's detector, the values also jumped rapidly. The combat power is 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, still improving. Lycum's eyes widened. Chapter 92 Vegeta and #039, S Combat Power Soars. Chapter 92 Vegeta and #039, S Combat Power Soars. What? How is this possible? Keith was frightened, I'm not mistaken, am I? Vegeta's combat power, how could it improve so quickly? Bart's face was also pale. Jinyu snapped, Vegeta's breath returned to calm. Combat power. Combat power is 88,000. Lycum was stunned, with horror written all over his face. How could it be? Could it be that the detector failed? Bart broke out in a cold sweat. No, I also received a combat power signal of 88,000. Jinyu shook his head. So. Lycum is not his opponent at all. Geese said in a deep voice. No, it's not just that guy Lycum. If his combat power is real, then except for the captain, none of us are his opponents. Bart's expression changed again and again. No wonder he said that he has the strength to easily kill like him. Jinyu figured it out this time. Frieza's location. Frieza also saw Vegeta's combat power value through the detector at this time. This combat power belongs to Vegeta, with a combat power of 88,000. It really surprised me. Frieza gritted his teeth and clenched his fists. Humph, but Jinyu can deal with him. But what Frieza couldn't figure out was Vegeta, why did his combat power improve so quickly? In just a short time, his combat power has increased from 18,000 to 88,000. However, he is still far behind me. But in any case, the wild monkeys of the Saiyans can no longer keep them. Battle scene. After Vegeta exploded his breath to the extreme, he struck out violently, hitting Lycom's chest heavily. Puff. Lycom spurted blood from his mouth. The next moment, Lycom fell limply to the ground and passed out on the spot. What? Knocked Lycom unconscious with one punch. Keith broke out in cold sweat. This. Bart was even more frightened and trembled all over. So, his fighting power is real. This guy Vegeta, so strong. Kellen was also quite frightened. Son Gohan nodded vigorously. I'll deal with him. I want him to see how strong I am. Jinyu. Jinyu snorted coldly, stepped forward, and stood opposite Vegeta. It's finally your turn. Vegeta snorted, but he wasn't afraid at all. Vegeta, you are so confident. Jinyu chuckled. Stop talking nonsense. Watch how I kill you. Vegeta said, rushing towards Jinyu's direction quickly. Boom, Vegeta's fist hit Jinyu's face hard. Immediately afterwards, Vegeta quickly appeared behind Jinyu and punched Jinyu hard. Jinyu was knocked to the ground. Vegeta kicked up again, kicking Jinyu into the sky. Vegeta quickly appeared directly above Jinyu. Boom, Vegeta threw Jinyu from the air with an upside-down golden hook. Wow, energy surged from Vegeta's hands, and a powerful energy bomb was condensed, attacking Jinyu. Below, boom, a big explosion occurred at the location of Jinyu. Ovuhu, Vegeta gasped heavily, with a smug smile on his face. This guy Vegeta is really amazing. He got rid of their captain in the blink of an eye. Kellen breathed a sigh of relief. No. Uncle Krillin. There is breath. That guy is still alive. Son Wuhan was stunned. How is it possible? Kellen trembled with fright. The smoke dissipated little by little, revealing Jinyu's body. Jinyu's armor has been broken to varying degrees. However, people are safe and sound. Vegeta's face changed color. How can this be? I've used up all my energy. Why didn't I even kill this guy? Vegeta, you're disappointed, aren't you? Jinyu chuckled. I'm safe from such a powerful attack. Vegeta, the reason is very simple. Although your combat power has reached a height of 88,000, mine is even higher than yours. Jinyu smiled. Gith, come and tell Vegeta, what is my combat power? Hey, the captain's combat power is 12. Do you think you can be invincible when your combat power reaches 88,000? Geese said loudly. What? 12. Vegeta's face became ugly. This is so special. I kind of underestimated the fighting power of this guy. This is bad. It seems that it can only become a giant ape, otherwise there is no way to win at all. Wrong. A Jinyu's combat power has reached 12. So what is Frieza's combat power? Jinyu was obedient to Frieza. This is the end of the game. I want to kill you, and then go to deliver Dragon Balls to Lord Frieza. Jinyu smiled slightly. Your Excellency, Frieza must be waiting impatiently. Snapped. Jinyu attacked quickly, increasing his speed to the extreme, and punched Vegeta hard in the face. Vegeta didn't even react, and flew backwards at that moment. Boom, Vegeta's body hit a rock behind him. Snapped. Vegeta jumped into the air with the power of the stone. Immediately afterwards, an energy bomb suddenly appeared in Vegeta's hand. No, it's an artificial full moon. Vegeta quickly threw the artificial full moon in his hand towards the sky. Just as the artificial full moon rose into the sky, Jinyu's figure flickered and appeared directly above Vegeta. Boom, Jinyu slapped the artificial full moon with a sudden slap. Immediately, the man-made full moon was photographed from the sky and landed on the distant land, bursting out with a golden light, which then disappeared. What? Vegeta? Do you want to become a giant ape? Jinyu sneered. What? Vegeta's face changed color. Don't dream, I know all your tricks well. Jinyu smiled lightly. I know that after you become a giant ape, your combat effectiveness will be greatly improved. When it really comes to that time, I may not be your opponent. Damn it. Vegeta exclaimed. Vegeta, is he going to become a giant ape? Kellen was stunned. Is it the same as on Earth? Son Gohan understood. It seems that if he doesn't become a giant ape, Vegeta can't beat him. The gap is too big. Kellen gritted his teeth. Sun Wuhan's expression also became more and more dignified. Vegeta gritted his teeth and rushed towards Jinyu quickly. Bang bang bang, Vegeta attacked Jinyu fiercely. Chapter 93 I can see everything in the world. Chapter 93 I can see everything in the world. Jinyu took it easy. Boom, after just 3 moves, Jinyu's elbow hit the back of Vegeta's head hard. Vegeta was beaten to the ground. It's just that Vegeta's reaction was also extremely fast, and he rushed into the sky quickly, and the artificial full moon was condensed again in his hands. Jinyu's speed was faster, and he appeared directly opposite Vegeta in a flash. Boom. Jinyu kicked Vegeta out of the air. Boom, Vegeta sank into the lake below. The water of the lake rose to a height of 10,000 feet. Call out, Vegeta soared into the sky and went straight to where Jinyu was. Snapped, seeing Vegeta rushing up, Jinyu stretched out his hand and blocked Vegeta's head with his big hand. Immediately afterwards, Jinyu held Vegeta's head down and charged down. Boom, Jinyu held down Vegeta's head and smashed it heavily on the ground of Namek. Immediately afterwards, Jinyu just pushed Vegeta's head and slid across the land of Namek. After withdrawing from a distance of several kilometers, Jinyu slammed Vegeta's body into the distance column. Vegeta rolled so quickly to the vicinity of geese and Bart. Vegeta gritted his teeth and got up from the ground in embarrassment. Already seriously injured, snapped, Jinyu landed beside Lycum and patted him on the cheek. Lycum slowly woke up, shook his head, looked left and right. You've woken up. Jinyu smiled, I've already repaired him for you, and now he's at the end of his battle, and you can take revenge yourself. Alright, thank you, Captain. Lycum also saw that Vegeta's combat power had dropped significantly. Okay, let's continue playing. Jinyu laughed, and controlled the Dragon Ball to float into the air. Your Excellency, Frieza should have been waiting very anxiously. I have to give him the Dragon Ball. As he said that, Jinyu had already flown into the air. The 3 of you can play whatever you want, and it doesn't matter if you die. Anyway, Lord Frieza's Dragon Ball has been obtained. Jinyu smiled. Also, Vegeta, you still want to challenge Lord Frieza with this little ability? You can't even beat me, it's so ridiculous. Vegeta, what? Do you think you can become a giant ape? Do you think I will give you this chance? Jinyu sneered, damn it. Vegeta clenched his fists, Captain, leave it to me. Lycum gritted his teeth and said, bastard, you beat me so badly just now, I must teach him a lesson. Boom, as Lycum said, he punched him fiercely, hitting Vegeta hard on the chest. Puff, blood spurted from Vegeta's mouth. Not good. Vegeta doesn't have much energy anymore. And the injury is not serious. Kellen's face changed color. Uncle Kellen, what should we do? Sun Wuhan had no idea at all. Find a way to attack him later. Kellen suggested, yeah. Sun Wuhan nodded solemnly. That's right, I'll go first. After seeing that Lycum had gained the upper hand, Jinyu was relieved for the time being, and flew into the sky with 7 Dragon Balls. Vegeta, let me fix you up. Lycum walked towards Vegeta step by step. Not good. I don't have much energy anymore. Vegeta's face changed again and again. Boom, Lycum slapped Vegeta's face fiercely. Vegeta was seriously injured, unable to withstand Lycum's attack at all, and flew upside down at that time. Haha, Lycum, don't kill him all at once, save it for us to play with. Geese said with a smile, yeah Lycum, let's torture a guy with a combat power of 88,000, and feel what it's like. Bart laughed. Don't worry, his combat power is so high, he won't die so easily, it's enough for us to have fun. Lycum grinned. Earth Universal Capsule Group Headquarters, Luo Tian, you can display the images from Namek. Bulma was really shocked. Yes, am I amazing? Luo Tian said with a smile. Bulma, so, can you project anyone's image? Bulma asked, except for people who are higher than me and stronger than me, I can't project them. I can see any other objects or planets. Luo Tian replied. Bulma froze. Wait a minute, let me stroke, you said, anyone can see it? Bulma's face was red at that moment. So, when I take a shower, yeah, you can still see it if you want to. Luo Tian said honestly, actually, it doesn't matter whether you are wearing clothes or not in front of me. If I really want to see, I can see the essence through the phenomenon. Bulma screamed, and hurriedly covered her chest. Luo Tian, don't worry, I'm not that boring. I go to see that kind of thing all day. Luo Tian wiped his sweat. Luo Tian also knew very well that the reason why Bulma covered her chest was also because of her conditioned reflex as a girl. It seems, even such a powerful Vegeta lost to that Jinyu. Bulma quickly changed the subject. Do you think Goku can catch up? Yes. Luo Tian nodded. It's good that Gohan and Krillin are fine. Bulma nodded lightly, and also lightly put down her arms wrapped around her chest. Luo Tian glanced at Bulma's chest. Bulma's face flushed. Why did I suddenly feel that I was wearing nothing in front of him? Ahem, don't think about it, I'm not that perverted. Luo Tian was speechless. That red-haired guy is going to attack Vegeta. Bulma said hastily. I in the holographic image Lycum flash cannon. Lycum opened his mouth wide, and shot a burst of extremely powerful energy at Vegeta. Vegeta was shocked. At this time, Vegeta was already a little powerless to avoid this critical moment. Krillin and Son Gohan came quickly. Krillin fell from the sky and slammed his knee on Lycum's head. At the same time, Son Gohan quickly hugged Vegeta and dodged Lycum's attack. Call out. Lycum's energy bombs grazed the ground and bombarded an island in the distance. Boom. There was a big explosion on the island, setting off a huge mushroom cloud. The author says, ask for great healthcare, a great health +1 update. Chapter 94 Bulma, introducing my classmate to him. Chapter 94 Bulma, introducing my classmate to him. Go away, don't get in the way, you meddlesome guy. Vegeta gritted his teeth and shouted angrily at Son Gohan. Immediately afterwards, Vegeta gritted his teeth and got up from the ground. You idiot. Why don't you just attack him when you have the time to help me? Vegeta snorted, your childishness and ignorance really make me sick. Here, Kellen also looked at Lycum, who fell on the ground with a look of surprise. I actually knocked this guy down. This my Kling's peak moment. However, when Klin saw the sunken island in the distance, his expression became extremely ugly. This hateful Vegeta. Bulma was indignant. Gohan managed to save him, but he didn't appreciate it. I really don't know how such a person will become better in the future. Perhaps when he comes to Earth in the future, life with the people on Earth will gradually get better. Luo Tian mused, what? Will he come to live on Earth in the future? Bulma's eyes widened. This way our Earth will not be very safe. Don't worry, Wukong will defeat him. Luo Tian said with a smile. By the way, Luo Tian, how about introducing a girlfriend to Vegeta? If he really comes to Earth. Bulma had a whim. Luo Tian didn't answer. Didn't Vegeta say that? He likes savage women. I have a classmate who is pretty good looking. He is indeed quite savage, and he doesn't make sense at all. Bulma grinned. I think she and Vegeta are a perfect match. Luo Tian, her name is Emily, you've seen her before. Bulma added another sentence for fear that Luo Tian would not recognize her. When Bulma said this, Luo Tian remembered such a girl. This girl is Bulma's high school classmate, good looking, but not as pretty as Bulma. In addition, this girl is indeed of the unruly and arrogant type. Luo Tian met her once. She held her head up and looked at people with her nostrils. Of course Luo Tian would not argue with such a woman. If you really want to care about it, the Earth no longer exists. Luo Tian thinks about it now. Bulma is really talented, and wants to introduce this woman to Va-G-Ta.At. This time, Lycum got up from the ground. That move just now was so powerful, I was caught off guard by rushing down from above. Lycum said, Krillin, I hit with all my strength, and this guy looked like a normal person. Before that, he was knocked unconscious by Vegeta's punch. The gap between me and Vegeta is too big, hateful. If Vegeta hadn't been seriously injured by that captain, we wouldn't have such a tragedy. It really annoys me that you knocked out all my teeth. Lycum grinned, showing his incomplete teeth, and there was still smoke from his mouth. Clint trembled with fear. Hey, Bart, Keith, let me take care of these two little guys? They are too annoying. They don't play cards according to the rules. Lycum greeted Bart and Geese in the distance. I can't help it, do whatever you want. Keith nodded without objecting. But you're going to treat me to chocolate cake afterwards. Bart said. It's easy to say. Lycum nodded. Boom, immediately afterwards, Lycum flew up and kicked Klin's body. Klin couldn't resist Lycum's attack at all, so he flew upside down. After Klin landed, he was already seriously injured and unable to move. Uncle Kellen. Sun Wuhan was shocked, and hurriedly flew forward. Damn it. My bones seem to be broken, I'm really vulnerable. Klin smiled wryly. That guy is too powerful, and my potential to be awakened by the Great Elder didn't play a role, Uncle Kellen. Sun Wuhan was startled and terrified. To be honest, I'm afraid we're at a loss. Kellen said in a deep voice, there's nothing we can do. Even if we escape, we'll be caught, and the Dragon Balls were taken away by them. We're going to die here too. Little bald head, I accidentally used too much force just now. You won't just die like this, I want to play with you for a while longer. Lycum teased. I will fight you. Sun Wuhan gritted his teeth and clenched his fists tightly. Boom, Sun Gohan rushed towards Lycom's direction quickly. Only a muffled sound was heard, and Sun Wuhan was slapped by Lycom and flew backwards. Wow, Sun Gohan released a powerful energy from his hands and bombarded Lycom. Puff, Lycom puffed up his cheeks and took a breath. Immediately, the energy flying over changed its direction in the air and flew backwards. Sun Wuhan was shocked, seeing the energy rolling down. He jumped up hastily. Lycom's figure flickered, and he appeared directly above Sun Gohan. Boom. Lycom's palm hit Sun Gohan hard on the neck. Sun Wuhan fell to the ground with a bang, blood dripping from his mouth. Oh. Dad. Sun Wuhan felt that his life was dying. Boy, look at the trick. Lycom was in the air, smashing down waves of energy in his hands. Sun Wuhan hurriedly dodged around. I'm here. Lycom suddenly appeared beside Sun Wuhan, knocking Sun Wuhan to the ground with one punch. Sun Wuhan stood up unsteadily, then fell to the ground again. Hateful, Sun Wuhan was not reconciled at all, and stood up tenaciously again, with tears streaming from his eyes, was beaten and cried, I can't watch it anymore. Bulma stopped turning his head, and couldn't bear to watch it anymore. Gohan, don't stand up. Krillin said weakly, I am the son of Sun Wukong, and I will never lose to you. Sun Wuhan gritted his teeth. Hey, don't you admit defeat? Lycom was a little surprised. Which planet is this little guy from? His willpower is quite tenacious. I won't lose to you. Sun Gohan gritted his teeth and rushed towards Lycom. Boom, Lycom lifted his foot lightly and kicked Sun Gohan on the neck. Crack. There was only a cracking sound of bones, and when I looked again, Sun Wuhan had already fallen to the ground, with his neck up, dying out. He's about to die. He has no fighting power. Geese said with a smile. Of course, the neck is broken. Bart smiled slightly. Lycom is really ruthless, but I like it. The author says 1700 reminder task completed. +1 chapter. Chapter 95 The Monkey King comes to Namek. Chapter 95 The Monkey King comes to Namek. Gohan. Bastard. Kellen was in a hurry and had no choice. These two useless idiots. I thought I could help a little. Vegeta was also helpless. Hateful. I didn't expect that Jinyu to be so powerful. My energy has basically bottomed out now, calculated according to the intensity of energy. It is very remarkable that my combat power is now 3000.3000. Combat power consumes 1000 condensed man-made full moon, even if it becomes a giant ape. Its combat power is only 2. I am still not their opponent. I cannot be reconciled. Vegeta, will lose to Team Jinyu. Vegeta's body trembled. These trash. Lycom snorted. Except for Vegeta's performance being a bit unexpected, the two of them simply came here for soy sauce. Call out. While talking, a ray of light descended from the sky in the distance. What? Lycom was taken aback. A spaceship? Bart was also slightly taken aback. It's landed. Geese silently looked at the spaceship in the distance. What is that? A spaceship that came out of nowhere? Lycom was confused. Wukong, it's Wukong. Wukong is here. Kellen said excitedly. Wukong? He finally caught up. Bulma also had expectations written all over his face. Well, let's take a look at Wukong's cultivation results. Luo Tian smiled. I hope that in these 7 days, his strength will be greatly improved. Where Frisia's spaceship is located, Jinyu has already brought 7 Dragon Balls to Frisia and put them on the ground. Great job, Captain Jinyu. Frisia praised. I got all 7 Dragon Balls together so quickly. Thanks to calling your Jinyu team over. It is a great honor to be appreciated by His Excellency Frisia. Jinyu quickly responded respectfully. I will soon gain eternal life. This is really a great joy. Frisia smiled. How about I dance to celebrate if you like? Said Jinyu. Let's dance again when I have a chance. Frisia wiped his sweat, and then laughed loudly. The dream of immortality is about to come true, and I will become perfect. Jinyu nodded vigorously, with some anticipation. Okay, let's start. Frisia made a loud wish to the 7 Dragon Balls. Dragon Balls, give me Frisia eternal life and youth. Then, there's no after that point. 7 Dragon Balls didn't respond at all. Of Frisia, why is there no response? Jinyu also looked confused. Are you immortal? Jinyu asked curiously. I don't seem to see any reaction. No, not yet. Frisia shook his head. Why is this happening? By the way, I remembered. Vegeta also gathered 7 Dragon Balls before, and he seemed to have said the same to these 7 Dragon Balls, but the Dragon Balls didn't respond at all. Jinyu mused to Frisia, such an important matter, Why didn't you say it earlier? A picture suddenly appeared in Frisia's mind. And the picture is a Namekian. The Namekian seemed to have said something when he handed the Dragon Ball to me. You take the Dragon Balls. Although you can gather all the Dragon Balls, your wishes will not come true. Frisia. When the second Dragon Ball was snatched, the Namek did say that. I thought he was just angry at the time. Frisia gritted his teeth and said angrily, yes, he said that I will not grant my wish. There must be some secret code, a secret code that only the Namek people know. Is it a password? Or the location or the order of the Dragon Balls? You have to ask the Namek. But almost all the Namek are killed. As long as there is one alive, Frisia hastily pressed the detector to detect the entire Namek planet. Huh? This reaction belongs to Vegeta and the others. Maybe Vegeta and the others know. Frisia pondered, hey? Then I will order them to stop immediately. Then bring Vegeta and those two brats over immediately. Jinya said hastily, beep. Frisia pressed the button on the detector again. Look at this location. There are two reactions that look like Namekians, and another reaction is approaching at this location. Frisia seemed to see hope. This place has not been attacked before. There should be still living Namekians. Then I'll ask them to share the secret of making their wishes come true. Jinyu volunteered. No, I'm going in person. Frisia turned his head and glanced at Jinyu. On such an important occasion, I can only let you go. At this critical moment, I can't trust anyone. I'd better go by myself. I know how to deal with him. Captain Jinyu, watch out for these Dragon Balls. Frisia instructed Jinyu, anyway, these Dragon Balls stay here, and they don't know the secret to making wishes come true, and Jinyu can't make their wishes come true either. Well, let's put it here first, bringing enough trouble, understood, please rest assured. Jinyu readily agreed. Call out. Frisia rode the aircraft and quickly flew in the direction of the Great Elder. Crunch, Sun Wukong's spaceship cabin opens. Monkey King stepped down from the spaceship. I have to find them immediately, especially Krillin and Gohan. Sun Wukong said to himself, as for Bulma, Luo Tian will protect her, she should be fine. Okay, that's the breath of Gohan and Krillin, they are dying, there are also three powerful auras gathered around them, you wait for me, I am coming, call out. Sun Wukong turned into a phantom, and appeared on the scene in a flash. Kakarot, you are finally here. Vegeta looked at Monkey King. Haha, it really is Wukong, that's great, you're here. Kellen was so excited that he was about to cry. Sun Wukong came to Wuhan's side first. Kellen, I'll give you fairy beans right away, just hold on. Sun Wukong said to Klin from a distance, then squatted down, and brought the fairy beans to Sun Wufan's mouth. Wuhan, this is fairy beans, eat it, your neck is broken, and you only have one breath left, but it doesn't matter, as long as you eat the fairy beans, you will recover immediately, said. Sun Wukong crushed the fairy beans and put them in Sun Wufan's mouth. Hey, who are you? Are you their accomplice? Lycum demanded. Monkey King ignored him. Chapter 96 Wukong, I know everything. Chapter 96 Wukong, I know everything. Who is this guy? He was so fast just now. Geese was also surprised. Bart, is he faster than you? Don't be kidding, his combat power is 0. Bart was speechless. What? How is that possible? Geese smiled. Your detector is not malfunctioning, is it? With such a fast speed, it is absolutely impossible for the combat power to be 0. In any case, there must be tens of thousands, right? With that said, Geese also pressed the button on the detector to detect Monkey King's combat power. What's the matter? The data detected by my detector. This guy's combat power is also 0. Geese was speechless. Guru, Sun Wuhan finally ate the fairy beans. After eating the fairy beans, Sun Wufan's body returned to normal immediately. A father. Sun Wuhan looked at his father in surprise. Gohan, it's alright. Sun Wukong comforted. Lycum was taken aback. This little guy was about to die, but he was resurrected all of a sudden. How did this thing do it? Great, Wukong finally caught up at the critical moment. Bulma breathed a sigh of relief. Good luck, Gohan almost died. By the way, Bulma, I'm going to visit Namek later, do you want to go with me? Luo Tian asked Bulma. Don't go, I don't want to go to such a dangerous place. Luo Tian, if you go to Namek, can this projection stay? Bulma asked. No, I still have use for the scepter. Luo Tian smiled. Okay, so when are you leaving? Bulma asked. Wait a little longer, going too early is not of much use. Luo Tian said with a smile, it is more meaningful to appear at the critical moment. Bulma, the question is, what is the moment of truth? Father, be careful, they are powerful. Sun Wuhan said quickly, wait a minute, Gohan, I still want to give Kellen some fairy beans. Sun Wukong comforted, strange guy. How did that kid who was about to die come back to life? Keith looked surprised. Bart was also sweating on his face, feeling a little incredible. Gohan, you have suffered. Sun Wukong touched Gohan's head and said kindly, well, I was beaten up by him. Gohan nodded. Krillin, come on, Goku, stop chatting there, hurry up and give me fairy beans. If you don't come again, I can't hold on anymore. Goku turned to look at Vegeta. Vegeta was in a panic, seriously injured, and his breath dropped sharply. Vegeta, what are you looking at? Don't look at me, that look of yours annoys me. Why is Vegeta also covered in bruises? Son Goku asked. It was beaten by that guy. But it's mainly because their captain is too strong, and Vegeta can't beat their captain. Son Gohan replied, Captain? Is that the one with the red face and white hair? Sun Wukong asked. No, their captain left with the Dragon Balls and went to find Frieza. Gohan replied, understood. Sun Wukong nodded and walked towards Kellen. Clint's eyes were clouded with tears. Wukong, you are here, Kellen, I kept you waiting for a long time, this is the fairy bean, eat it quickly. Monkey King said, ha, that's great, you came at the right time. Kellen quickly ate the fairy beans. Shoo, Kellen also returned to normal immediately. What? That bald man has also recovered. Lycom's face changed color. Goku, you can feel it too. They are very powerful. Krillin smiled wryly. Unfortunately, even if you use the fairy beans to recover your strength, it may be difficult to defeat them. I guess you are not their opponent, Goku. But if you treat Vegeta, you can easily kill these three guys now. The question is, do we dare to treat Vegeta? After Vegeta kills the three of them, I am afraid that the three of us will also be unlucky. But why did they beat Vegeta? Aren't they in the same group? Monkey King asked. They seemed to be together before. Kellen replied, you don't need to talk, let me touch your head. Monkey King put his hand on Kellen's head. Hey? What are you doing? I don't have a fever. Kellen was stunned. I already know what happened. The energy of the two of you has increased a lot. I also know about the stolen Dragon Ball, Frieza, and Vegeta. Sun Wukong said with a smile, are you lying? How do you know such details? Kellen asked. I'll know as soon as I touch your head. Monkey King smiled. Although Vegeta is a vicious guy, he saved your life in the battle, you bastard. When did you master this ability? Kellen was surprised. There is only one fairy bean left. Sun Wukong shook the bag of fairy beans, and threw the fairy beans in his hand directly to Vegeta. Snapped. Vegeta catches the bean. You eat this. Monkey King said, this is the last fairy bean, why give it to him? Kellen was speechless. After a short hesitation, Vegeta immediately ate the sin bean. Vegeta felt that his body had returned to normal, and the energy in his body had increased exponentially. My body, this. Vegeta was shocked. Oops. Vegeta has also recovered. Lycom's face changed color. Hurry up and contact the captain. Keith was anxious. Damn it. Does this guy know magic? Bart broke into a cold sweat. You idiot. Are you going to let him deal with the three of them? Don't be kidding. With Vegeta's personality, after killing the three of them, he will deal with the three of us next. Kellen was impatient. I told you this just now, why didn't you listen to it? I didn't mean that, I just wanted to fight him well on Earth in the future. Sun Wukong smiled. The next battle? Kellen was speechless. Let me deal with these guys alone. Sun Wukong smiled and walked forward. Snapped. Sun Wukong appeared across from Lycom. Strange guy. You actually want to challenge me? Do you know who I am? Lycom said coldly. I don't know, and I don't want to know. Sun Wukong smiled. What's he thinking? Is he out of his mind? He's just gone out of his cultivation. Kellen sighed. He can't be that guy's opponent. Chapter 97. Get lost before I do anything. Chapter 97. Get lost before I do anything. Father has become very strange. There is no breath fluctuation in his body. Gohan also said, hey, you're really brave. Lycom snorted coldly, then turned to ask Geese and Bart nearby, hey, what is this guy's fighting power? Anyway, it's strange, this guy doesn't have any combat power. Bart looked confused. I told the captain just now that the captain is rushing here. so don't worry, Vegeta won't be successful. Geese said hastily. That's good. The captain can hang Vegeta, and let me deal with this guy. Lycum snorted coldly, this guy looks so indifferent, I don't like it. Vegeta was also silently looking at Monkey King, secretly delighted. Kakarot, this guy, doesn't have any breath fluctuations on his body. Has he already obtained Luo Tian's true biography? Humph, that idiot Kakarot. What's wrong with you? Why don't you learn from Luo Tian? Don't you know Super Saiyan is waving at me? Wow kakaka. This time I was reborn, and I feel like my fighting strength has reached at least 50, just more and less. It seems that I have become a Super Saiyan. I heard from my father that after a Saiyan is reborn from the brink of death, there is a certain chance that their combat effectiveness will have a qualitative leap. My combat power directly skyrocketed from 8 to over 50. At this moment, Vegeta's self-confidence also skyrocketed along with his fighting power. What Captain Ginyu? What Frieza? In front of me is not vulnerable at all. If I become a giant ape again, my combat power will reach a height of 500 million. Haha, Vegeta almost laughed out loud. As for the Kakarot in front of him, he naturally didn't pay attention to it. The most important thing now is to find the Dragon Ball. Let Kakarot play with them. Taking advantage of this time, I went to find Dragon Ball. Well, I have already sensed Frieza's breath running away. He should be the same as me. I don't know how to make a wish. The direction of Frieza seems to be going to that big elder. Frieza wants to ask how to make a wish. Captain Ginyu was rushing towards here. Hopefully that Frieza guy will keep the Dragon Balls on the scene. In this way, I will go and snatch the Dragon Ball, then come over and grab the bald head or Kakarot's son, and ask how to make a wish. As for Kakarot, if he dares to make trouble, he will be destroyed. Let's see how Kakarot's strength has improved. Not in a hurry. It's impossible for you to beat me. You'll know it if you don't fight. Sun Wukong looked at Lycum and said, what? Lycum was stunned. Who is this person, so confident? You say I can't beat you? Vegeta was silent. Not to mention, Kakarot should be able to beat them. His confidence is definitely not fake. You really know how to joke. I will make you disappear in an instant, so be careful. Lycum snorted coldly at Jinuit squad. Lycum. Attack. Lycum made a pose, turned into a beam of light in the direction of Monkey King, and quickly attacked. Shoo. Sun Wukong's figure flashed and quickly disappeared. Disappeared? Where is the person? Kellen was stunned. I can't see it at all, and there is no breath reaction on Dad's body. Sun Wuhan looked around for his father's trace. Vegeta snorted. Nothing amazing. I can see it. What's going on? Where's the person? Jisai's face changed color. Bart also had question marks on his face. What the hell? The detectors couldn't detect his data at all. I don't know where he went. Hey, you are Frieza's accomplices? Sun Wukong's voice suddenly sounded behind the two. Geese and Bart were on the verge of a formidable enemy, hurriedly prepared for the battle, and looked at Monkey King with vigilance. This guy can't detect his data with a detector. It's just elusive. Get lost before I do anything. Sun Wukong said coldly. Shoo. After Monkey King finished speaking, he ignored the two of them, and immediately rose into the air, reappearing directly opposite Lycum. What's going on? Keith felt that the whole person was not well. Why hasn't the captain come back? Bart had a bad feeling. Boy, don't be complacent, I'm going to beat you to pieces. Lycum gritted his teeth and looked at Monkey King with a smirk. Sun Wukong looked calm at this moment. Sun Wukong's eyes were as clear as the river in Bazi Mountain. Vegeta frowned at Kakarot. This guy feels a little bit wrong. Forget it. It's not right if it's not right. This guy's strength, at a high level, is not much different from Luo Tian. Luo Tian is not as strong as I am now. By the way, where did that guy Luo Tian go? I'll kill you right now. Lycum roared angrily, and was about to attack Monkey King. Boom, Sun Wukong punched Lycum hard in the chest. Puff, Lycum spurted blood wildly, and gradually lost consciousness, and fell limply to the ground, passing out on the spot. Sorry, you were too weak. Sun Wukong said lightly. What? Keith's face changed again and again. Damn. This is terrible. Bart was also terrified. Lycum was defeated so easily by him. Could it be that this guy is as powerful as Vegeta? Too bad. It seems a bit dangerous for the captain to deal with the two of them by himself. Vegeta, humph, sure enough, Kakarot's strength has become not much different from that of Luo Tian Wukong. When did he become so powerful? Kellen was surprised and delighted. Father is amazing. Maybe he will surpass Vegeta? Son Gohan was also very excited. Don't get too excited, Gohan, have you forgotten their captain? Kellen said. Sun Wuhan fell silent. Their captain is so scary. How? Why don't you hurry back to your own planet? Sun Wukong turned to look at Geese and Bart. Keith and Bart were shaking with fear. I'll say it again, hurry back to your own planet if you don't want to end up like him. Monkey King said. Keith shuddered all over. There is such a thing. We are Team Jinuit, the 5 of us are super elite fighters selected from all over the universe. How did we lose to this guy? Not anymore. I have to run away now, Captain, save me. Gith yelled loudly, quickly flew into the sky, and disappeared in a flash. Chapter 98 That and hashtag 039, it, number 1 speed in the whole universe? Chapter 98 That and hashtag 039, it, number 1 speed in the whole universe? He ran away. Gohan looked up at the sky of this guy. Are you so cowardly? Kellen asked quickly, are you just scared away by Wukong? Bart, you were so special, if you want to run, don't tell me. I didn't even react. Hateful, in terms of ability to escape, I'm much faster than you. Geese, call out. Bart turned into a flame of light, and also quickly fled the scene. However, Vegeta did not intend to let Bart leave. Vegeta's faster, Vegeta's figure flashed, and he appeared directly opposite Bart in a flash, intercepting him. What? Vegeta? Bart's face changed color. Bart, don't you claim to be the fastest in the universe? Vegeta smiled contemptuously. It turns out that's just that level. What did you say? Bart gritted his teeth. Before your captain comes here, let me kill you. Vegeta said, appearing directly in front of Bart, and put his hands on Bart's chest. Boom, the flames in Vegeta's hands bloomed, directly bombarding Bart into slag. Hey, Vegeta, there's no need to kill them all. Monkey King said quickly. Vegeta glanced at Sun Wukong. Vegeta appeared above like him and crushed his head with his knee. Kakarot, I'd have forgotten about this guy if you didn't tell me. Vegeta smiled triumphantly. Sun Wukong, you guys are really vicious. There is no need to kill them. Monkey King said. Che, your benevolence disgusts me. Vegeta snorted. Why did you let that guy escape? With your current strength, you can easily destroy him. Sun Wukong was silent. It seems that the real Super Saiyan has no fate with you. Vegeta chuckled lightly. Super Saiyan? What do you mean? Monkey King was puzzled. Although you have become very powerful, you can't beat Frieza with your current strength. Vegeta said coldly, you are just following in the footsteps of one person. What can you do by learning from that guy? I really don't know what you think. Sun Wukong, is it? I'm already this powerful. Am I still Frieza's opponent? I'm not bragging. My strength is no longer comparable to what it used to be. Do you think I'm no match for Frieza? Sun Wukong was puzzled. Is Frieza really that powerful? It's too normal. That guy can't beat Frieza, let alone you. Vegeta snorted. If he can beat Frieza, Planet Vegeta won't be destroyed, right? I still don't understand. Who is that guy you're talking about? Kellen asked suspiciously. You have to be mentally prepared. Frieza's power is far beyond your imagination. How could Vegeta talk to Krillin? He smiled. But don't worry, the only one who can defeat Frieza is me. Sun Wukong, hey, what are you talking about? Kellen was at a loss. Frieza probably already collected 7 Dragon Balls, maybe he also knows how to make a wish. Vegeta snorted. If that's the case, things will be bad. I don't think he's got his wish yet. Kellen shook his head. Finally connected it anyway. Let me say a few words. Sure enough, after saying this, both Monkey King and Vegeta immediately looked at Klin and pricked up their ears. What did you say? How did you know? Vegeta feigned surprise. Hurry up and tell me how to make a wish. If the Dragon Balls here are the same as the Dragon Balls on Earth, the sky should turn dark when Shenlong appears. Kellen explained, the sky is still very bright so far, which means that he hasn't fulfilled his wish yet. Shenlong? What is a Shenlong? Will there be a Shenlong when all the Dragon Balls are collected? Vegeta was really surprised this time. I didn't know such important information until now. By the way, that idiot Frieza probably didn't know either. I see. Frieza didn't know how to make a wish. He thought that finding 7 Dragon Balls would make his wish come true. Sun Wukong suddenly realized, so we still have a chance to make our wish come true. Damn. What is the way to make a wish? Vegeta gritted his teeth. You say so? It might be possible to revive a dead friend in this way. It's really great. Sun Wukong's face was full of expectations. In any case, we must find the Dragon Ball as soon as possible. Kellen suggested. Vegeta, you know their details best, do you have any better way now? Sun Wukong asked. Kakarot, don't you want to defeat Frieza? Vegeta asked with a smile. Of course I want to defeat him, but first of all, I need to revive the friends you killed on Earth. Sun Wukong replied, and the King Kai also warned me not to fight Frieza. That kind of wish is meaningless. Even if it is realized, the earth will be flattened by Frieza. Vegeta snorted, it's better to let me realize my wish of immortality. Nonsense, after you realize your wish, you will definitely be the same as Frieza. Krillin still didn't believe in Vegeta, huh? Vegeta turned his head to look diagonally behind, and said with a smile, that guy Geese has brought Captain Ginyu back. This guy is not easy to defeat. What? You came back so soon? Let's get out of here quickly. Kellen was terrified. Vegeta was easily defeated by this guy before. Vegeta looked at Krillin with a smile. Krillin, don't look at me. Why are you looking at me like that? By the way, where is Frieza now? Vegeta pondered. Ginyu took the Dragon Ball away, and the Dragon Ball must still be placed near the spaceship. There is a very powerful aura at that position, probably Frieza? Monkey King pointed to the distance. Hey, both Kellen and Sun Wuhan were slightly taken aback. That direction. Not good. Sun Wuhan's face changed color. That's the home of the Great Elder. Kellen exclaimed, this is troublesome. Sun Wuhan said hastily. By the way, that guy Frieza couldn't fulfill his wish, so he asked the Namek directly. Klin said in a deep voice, is it the Dragon Ball made by the Great Elder? Sun Wukong asked, yes, the Great Elder. Kellen nodded. If that guy knows how to make a wish, he will definitely kill the Grand Elder. Sun Wuhan suddenly thought of something, and his expression became ugly, but what he doesn't know is that once the Grand Elder dies, the Dragon Ball will cease to exist. Vegeta was taken aback. What, there is such a thing? This is so special, I learned so little information, there are many things I don't know, they are here. Sun Wukong looked calm. Wukong, are you sure you can deal with him? Kellen's face was covered with cold sweat. This is trouble. However, even if they escaped, they could easily find them. After all, these guys have already brought detectors, and they can be detected with a little exposure. Moreover, when things had progressed to this point, there was no point in escaping. Snapped. Geese descended from the sky with Captain Ginyu and landed on the opposite side of Monkey King and others. The captain is here. Can Wukong beat him? After seeing this scene, Bulma was also sweating for Monkey King. If Goku can't beat him, let alone Frieza. Luo Tian smiled at Wukong. Come on. Bulma said to Sun Wukong. However, Sun Wukong couldn't hear it. Just now you made us suffer, and now Captain Ginyu is going to teach you a lesson. Geese snorted, you don't know if you don't fight. This guy is indeed very powerful. Sun Wukong looked at Ginyu silently. Is it him? Ginyu silently looked at Sun Wukong and asked Gith, yes, Captain. Keith nodded. Strange guy, his combat power is actually 0, that is to say, there is no data about him on the detector. Ginyu snorted coldly, it's the first time I've seen such a miraculous race. Me too. Keith nodded vigorously. This is strange, without combat power, but able to easily defeat like him and the others. Ginyu mused, Captain, who is he? Keith asked curiously. What? Don't you know his origin? Ginyu asked back with a dark face. Keith, I don't know, idiot, don't you know you won't ask? Ginyu rolled his eyes, and immediately said to Monkey King, hey, who are you? I am a Saiyan who grew up on the earth. My name is Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong replied, you are their captain, right? You are not my opponent. Take your team members and leave this planet quickly. Look, did you ask? Ginyu said with a smile, Keith, Saiyan? How is this possible? He is a Saiyan? Why do Saiyans have no combat power? Geese felt very puzzled. I don't know about that, but having said that, this person is very interesting. Ginyu smiled. You mean? Keith seemed to realize something. Don't worry, I'll fight him first to see what's going on. If it doesn't work, I'll use that trick again. Ginyu said with a smile. Understood. Keith nodded. This will be an unprecedented and very interesting battle. I didn't expect that the time to show my true strength has finally come. Jinyu's face showed endless confidence. It's really interesting. If this kind of thing spreads, I'm afraid it will be embarrassing. After all, those people don't know that this guy can be so powerful without combat power. The author says the burst update will start tomorrow. The burst update mentioned here refers to 3,000 words per chapter, or 4 chapters. Chapter 99 Free Switching. Chapter 99 Free Switching. I'll deal with this guy. Sun Wukong greeted Krillin and Gohan. use the Dragon Ball radar to find the Dragon Balls. Maybe the Dragon Balls are still in the spaceship. I'll go there as soon as I defeat them, understood? Kellen nodded. If you don't hurry up, the Great Elder will be killed. Maybe he was killed already. Sun Wuhan was a little nervous. No, it seems that Luo Tian is also near the Great Elder's house. Won't there be danger too? Kellen suddenly thought of something. What? Is Luo Tian there? Vegeta suddenly realized, oops. I slipped my mouth. Kellen quickly covered his mouth. Don't worry about Luo Tian, he will be fine. Monkey King said, hey? Why are you so confident? Kellen was stunned. Hurry up and go. Sun Wukong urged, okay. Clint nodded. Vegeta, you just broke free from the death line. Even if it is to deal with this Captain Jinyu, it will be very easy. How about it? Are you coming or I will come? Monkey King turned to look at Vegeta. You should come. I want to see the results of your cultivation. Vegeta snorted. Let me, my combat strength has reached 50. I'd kill this guy easily. I still don't go. I'm saving my energy to fight Frieza. By the way, follow these two little guys to realize their wishes. As for taking revenge on Jinyu, so childish, there is no need for that at all. When I realize my wish, what revenge can I not avenge? Deathline. Is there such a thing? Kellen was shocked. Son Gohan, like me too. I also feel that my strength has improved. Okay, let's go. We must pay attention to safety. Monkey King said, come on. Wukong, Krillin and Son Gohan turned into two beams of light and soared into the sky. They're gone. Keith exclaimed. Don't worry about them. Jinyu said lightly. Vegeta, let's start too? Sun Wukong greeted, since I'm here to deal with Jinyu, you can deal with that red-faced guy, humph. The corner of Vegeta's mouth curved slightly. Call out. Immediately afterwards, Vegeta soared into the sky and left the scene quickly. I'm not playing with you guys, goodbye, Kakarot. Vegeta laughed. Vegeta. Son Goku yelled shameless, run away at the critical moment, the opportunity is here. Jinyu said, and suddenly attacked, and bombarded Sun Wukong with an elbow. Sun Wukong used it freely and with the ability to dodge on his own, tilting his head to avoid Jinyu's attack. What? Such a short distance, will this guy react so quickly? Keith exclaimed from the side. Boom, Sun Wukong greeted Jinyu with his fist. The punch hit Jinyu directly in the abdomen. Jinyu was hit, and acid water spewed out of his mouth. Bang bang bang, Sun Wukong's fist hit Jinyu's body like raindrops. Jinyu was beaten so that he kept backing away. Whoa, 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 Jinyu let out a roar, and fought back with his teeth and claws. Sun Wukong dodged left and right, dodging all of Jinyu's attacks. Boom, immediately afterwards, Sun Wukong kicked Jinyu's chest. Fiercely Jinyu slid backwards, scraping his feet against the ground, leaving a long trail on the ground. Snapped, Jinyu stopped, blood was already dripping from the corner of his mouth. He ran away. Vegeta kid. Monkey King turned his head to look in the direction Vegeta was escaping from, feeling a little uneasy. This guy Vegeta must want to take the opportunity to get Dragon Ball. If this continues, Krillin and Gohan will be in danger. I want to end this fight as soon as possible, otherwise it will be very troublesome. Sure enough, it's much stronger than I imagined. Jinyu wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, and looked at Monkey King with a smile on his face. I want to fight you quickly. Monkey King was ready to fight. Humph, you're quite confident. Jinyu chuckled, this is the first time I've heard such arrogant words. You see that you are full of confidence now, and I can give you a big blow right away. Do you think my combat power is only so small? Just like that guy Vegeta, my combat power can change freely. Sun Wukong was slightly taken aback. Boom, after saying this, an extremely powerful energy suddenly emerged from Jinyu's body. Immediately afterwards, Jinyu ejected a purple-red energy bomb from his hand. The energy bomb carried extremely powerful power and came towards Monkey King at high speed. Sun Wukong took off, dodged the attack of the energy bullet, and appeared behind Jinyu in a flash. Boom, Monkey King flew up and kicked Jinyu's body. Snapped. Jinyu reacted quite quickly this time, stretching out his left arm to resist Monkey King's attack. Bang bang bang, the two had a fierce confrontation. Immediately afterwards, both of them soared into the sky, but the difference is that Jinyu's body burst into flames. There is nothing on Sun Wukong's body. Even so, Sun Wukong's speed is also several times that of Jinyu. In just a flash, Monkey King flew up into the sky and appeared directly above Jinyu. Qigong wave. Sun Wukong condenses Qigong waves in his hands. Beep. At the moment when the Qigong wave condensed in Sun Wukong's hands, a value immediately appeared on Jinyu's detector. What? Responding with combat power? Jinyu froze for a moment. The combat power is 10. After seeing the numerical response of the Qigong wave, Jisai's face changed color, and he exclaimed hastily, "Captain, be careful. The energy released by that guy has a combat power of 10 that you don't need to talk too much." Jinyu snorted. Wow. Seeing the Qigong wave rushing towards him, Jinyu gritted his teeth, burst out with all his strength, and punched the Qigong wave. Boom. The Qigong wave trembled violently, and then changed direction, bombarding an island in the distance. Boom. There was a big explosion on the island, setting off a huge mushroom cloud. This guy. What a powerful energy. Sun Wukong looked at Jinyu silently. Jinyu also looked at Monkey King with a dark face. If you release any energy at will, the combat power can reach 10. This guy is definitely not as simple as imagined. The strange thing is, how did it suddenly have a combat power value just now? Now his fighting power is gone again. I see. Do you want to accumulate energy to deal with Frigiano? Don't dream. Jinyu snorted coldly. I am so excited to meet an opponent like you. Nothing. I have been using ZIG just now, and that can't detect the combat power data. Sun Wukong said lightly. Oh? What is ZIG? Jinyu was stunned, not quite understanding this. I told you that you still don't understand. Sun Wukong said, what? Do you feel that ZZG can't beat me now? Want to use another tactic? Jinyu said with a smile. No, I'm just trying to randomly switch between free and ordinary energy. Sun Wukong smiled. You are a very suitable opponent. Now I have basically completed the ability to switch at will. You bastard. Jinyu snorted. What is Wukong talking about? Bulma didn't understand very well, switching between free mind and ordinary energy. Luo Tian explained, with Wukong's current ability, he can't release Qigong waves as he likes while using free extreme mind, so he has to switch to the energy form. This kind of switching back and forth seems simple, but it's actually not very easy. But Wukong can do it after 7 days of training. That's it. Bulma nodded, and asked again, so, is it really impossible to release Qigong waves in the extreme state? Of course not. The main reason is that he is not proficient enough in mastering ZIG. Luo Tian shook his head. While saying this, an energy bomb easily appeared in Luo Tian's hand. No, to be precise, it should be a super divine bullet condensed through divine power. This energy bomb is not like the one condensed by Monkey King and the others. Its color is golden or other colors. The color of this energy is like a diamond, showing a variety of colors. It looks great in the sun. Shu. Luo Tian withdrew his divine power. A contest in terms of energy? That's fine, then I'll let you see my true energy strength. Sun Wukong smiled. Use your detector to take a good look at my energy value. Mainly, I also want to know how much my current combat power has reached. You can know without a detector. Jinyu snorted. Your combat power is about the same as mine, about 12. Wow. Monkey King stopped talking nonsense, and endless energy burst out from his body. What? Is his fighting power comparable to that of the captain? Geese's face changed color, but Keith figured it out quickly. This is true. After all, this guy can reach a combat power value of 10 if he casually releases an energy bomb. Maybe his combat effectiveness is higher than the captain's. Fortunately, you finally have the fighting power. The trick you called ZZG just now is really weird. We have no way of knowing your strength. It's good now. If you use the normal person's style of play, you can tell who is strong and who is weak at a glance. Beep, on. The detectors of Jinyu and Geese, Sun Wukong's combat power value also immediately appeared. 12, 13, 14, 15. Jinyu's face changed again and again. This is impossible. It's still rising. What? 18. Geese was also trembling with fright. Chapter 100. Do you know what a Super Saiyan is? Chapter 100. Do you know what a Super Saiyan is? Are you kidding me? Jinyu was stunned. Is it only 18? Sun Wukong smiled at Jinyu. Is it 18? Your combat power has reached this value, but I still look dissatisfied in your face. I can't believe it. Is this your real strength? Jinyu's body couldn't help shaking. It's over. It's impossible for us to win. Captain Jinyu's maximum combat power is only 12. This guy is too scary. Geese was so scared that he peed. To tell you the truth, my ZZGE is much stronger than the current one. Sun Wukong smiled. What did you say? Is that skill that cannot detect combat power stronger than yours? Jinyu felt that what he said was a bit convoluted. Yes. Sun Wukong nodded. Are you a Super Saiyan? Jinyu was stunned. With a look of horror on his face, Sun Wukong was stunned. Why is it a Super Saiyan? Vegeta also said something about Super Saiyan. What exactly does it mean? Monkey King asked curiously. What? Super Saiyan? Geese was sweating profusely. That's the most powerful warrior in legend, Super Saiyan? Luo Tian, do you know what it is? Bulma asked. There is nothing I don't know. Luo Tian said with a smile, Super Saiyan is very powerful. Simply put, it is a kind of transformation. Transformation? Is it the same as the transformation you mentioned in ZZG? Bulma asked. Of course it's not the same. Transformation it will is much more advanced than Super Saiyan. Luo Tian smiled. Super Saiyan, in Frisia's rumors, is known as the most powerful warrior in the universe. Frisia destroyed Vegeta's planet precisely because he was afraid that Super Saiyan would be born among Saiyans. In fact, he was more or less following orders. How could this be? Jinyu broke down. He is he the only Super Saiyan that Frisia Dano is afraid of? Geese was also trembling. If it's really a Super Saiyan, then we're screwed. You guys can't beat me, and I don't want to engage in meaningless battles. You too, hurry up and leave this planet. Monkey King said. What did you say? Is this your truth? Jinyu was stunned for a moment and asked. It's true, even if it's people like you, I don't want to kill them all. Monkey King replied. You don't want to kill us? You don't want to engage in meaningless battles. Jinyu seemed to understand something suddenly. Super Saiyans like to bleed and fight the most, and they are the most powerful warriors in the universe. So you are not a Super Saiyan at all. You haven't become a Super Saiyan yet. Sun Wukong looked confused. It's you who said I'm a Super Saiyan. I don't know anything Luo Tian should know. Just find a chance to ask Luo Tian. However, I don't know what Luo Tian is doing now. You're just stronger than me, much stronger. Jinyu smiled. What are you laughing at? Sun Wukong was slightly taken aback. You have a strong body, stronger than my fighting power. Moreover, your self-consciousness is very interesting, and it is the best ability to use as a disguise. Jinyu smiled. Sun Wukong, what do you mean? I am so much stronger than you. What else do you want to do? Gith, hold the detector for me. Jinyu took off the detector and threw it to Geese. Keith took the detector knowingly. Captain, I know what you are going to do. You said before that if it doesn't work, you will use this trick. Monkey King frowned, completely confused. What does he want to do? Bulma was also puzzled. I always have a bad feeling. Exchange bodies. Luo Tian smiled. What? Swap bodies? Bulma was stunned. That is to say, if he succeeds, he and Wukong will swap bodies. Yeah. Luo Tian nodded. Bulma, it's so ugly. When Wukong comes back, I'm afraid Chi-Chi will cry? Bulma smiled wryly. Actually, I think that look is pretty. Luo Tian said with a smile. Bulma was speechless. Does that look good? It has purple skin and 2 horns growing on its head. Those 2 horns are so sharp. Maybe Chi-Chi leaning on his body could be pricked by him accidentally. Yipped. Jinyu shattered his left chest with one punch. What are you doing? Don't hurt yourself if you can't beat me. Monkey King was stunned. Although you are not a Super Saiyan, I am very interested in your strong body. Jinyu grinned. Interested? What do you mean? I still don't understand what you want to do. Monkey King was at a loss. Exchange bodies. Jinyu laughed loudly, stretched his arms, and a ball of flame emerged from his body. Guangyan roared towards Sun Wukong quickly. The speed was unbelievable. Shoo! Just when Guangyan was about to approach Sun Wukong dodged in a flash. It's so dangerous. What is that thing? Sun Wukong scratched his head. My brain told me that thing seemed to be powerful, but my body told me that it was very dangerous. What? He avoided it? It's impossible. Jinyu was confused. With such a short distance and such a quick attack, you actually dodged it. Snapped. At this moment, Geese suddenly flew forward and hugged Monkey King's body from behind. Sun Wukong is still confused. Coupled with Sun Wukong's free will, not every time he can avoid unknown attacks smoothly. So this time, Sun Wukong was accidentally hugged by Geese. Not good. I don't know what it is, but it must be very dangerous. Monkey King was shocked and tried to break free. Captain, do it again, quickly. Keith said hastily. Good job, Keith. Jinyu's eyes lit up, and he stretched his arms again to aim at Monkey King's body. Swap, call out. Jinyu's body ejected a ball of flame, and the flame roared towards Monkey King again. Not good. Sun Wukong's face changed color. It's just that the distance between Jinyu and Monkey King is too close. It was so close that Sun Wukong couldn't dodge it at all. In addition, Sun Wukong was hugged by geese behind him again, which made it even more impossible for him to escape in such a short time. Snapped. The bodies of the two were swapped. The exchange is complete. Sun Wukong felt a sharp pain after switching to Jinyu's body. Great, it's finally finished. Jinyu said with a smile, Gith, let me go. How long are you going to hug me? Captain, that's great. So we succeeded. Keith said excitedly, and quickly let go of Jinyu. It's much more interesting now. Jinyu smiled. Really switched bodies. Bulma smiled wryly. I don't know what kind of expression Chi-Chi will make when she sees it. What the hell is going on here? Sun Wukong held the blue blood on his chest, gritted his teeth and asked, why did it become like this? As I said just now, our bodies have been exchanged. Jinyu said with a smile, Sun Wukong, and this kind of thing? Sun Wukong looked at his hands. Sure enough, it was Jinyu's hand ruined. The worst happened. Captain Jinyu, your detector. Geese handed the detector to Jinyu. Okay, let's go back to the spaceship. Jinyu put on the probe. Perhaps Lord Frieza has returned. Whoa. The two turned into two flames and left the scene quickly. As for Sun Wukong, Jinyu ignored it. Anyway, he was seriously injured. If he left it alone, he would die after a while. Even if he didn't die, with his current physical condition, he wouldn't be able to cause any disturbances. I feel that my body is really brisk now. Jinyu laughed wildly, increasing his speed to the extreme. Damn it. I can't move my body anymore. Sun Wukong gritted his teeth. It turns out that he intentionally hurt himself for this reason. The next moment, Monkey King suddenly thought of something. Oops, they will meet Klin and the others later. Sun Wukong felt tragic. Wait for me. Monkey King flew over there in a hurry. Hateful, it wasn't his own body, and he was seriously injured, so it was a little difficult to move. Even if she returns to Earth, Chi-Chi will be angry when she sees it. Frieza was already riding the aircraft, and finally saw the high mountain where the Great Elder was from afar. Sure enough, there are still 3 Namekians there. Frieza chuckled lightly. The home of the Great Elder. He finally found this place. Nailu's face changed color. We'll be there soon. Snapped. The Great Elder put his hand on Dandy's head, guiding him with potential energy. Suddenly, a ball of energy emerged from Dandy's body. Dandy, hurry up, those people on Earth need you. The Great Elder said, fly with all your strength, and we will find them soon. But Dandy was worried. Alright legends, that's it for today. Like, subscribe, and I'll meet you in the next audiobook.